Bugs, right? No. No, it's not. Then welcome guys into game number 1 here. China Frantic against Brazil A. Both already qualified for the round of 8 and now deciding who gets seed number 1. And we have different civilizations here on Arabia 4v4. Spanish flank, Persian pocket. We have Rio with the Huns and Goku with Chinese. They have the same civilizations and positioning in the game before and call a restart. We have Vivi now. Wow, a lot of access going on here and already starting to control some of the boards, it seems. We have Vivi as a Spanish flank. We have TL with Aztec's pocket. They could not call a restart in the game before. And we have Tim with the Huns. And we have Whoop with the Chinese flank here. Okay, let's take a look. Pretty bad looking map here for Fire, I would say. Exposed stone, open gold. One defensive stone and one defensive gold, but not a great map overall. Goku at the same time. Defensive gold, defensive wood, defensive stone. Okay, we can have Mr. Pedro after all. And yeah, he is fine with joining, and it is Mr. MC Pedro giving us his 2.3k inside informations in those great team games. How are you doing, mate?
Hello. Yeah, I'm doing good. Good enough.
Okay. Was a wild night for you?
Yes.
Okay. So you're in the game, right?
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay, then the first question for you. Vivi, at his part, Spanish flank, did add a third villager on wood very late. Does that guarantee that he's going very aggressively here?
I wouldn't say it guarantees it, but it definitely is kind of a signal. And I also think it's more or less the best thing you can do as a Spanish flank. At least if the map is somewhat open, to go really aggressive with towers or man or bows.
Okay, we can see Fire now going for a boar steal here. He has one in the back. It feels like a double boar steal indeed. Wu is getting a boar as well. So Wu evened out, but Fire will have less HP, down to 10 here. Wu at the other side having 22, make that 15 as well. Seems like some hills were playing a bit of a role here. And that looks like a pretty solid start here for Fire, considering that he lost one boar. And so, what positionings do you like more? And tell me something about Aztec's pocket.
Yeah, Aztec pocket is obviously something you don't want to have. And yeah, I'm not sure. I definitely would say I like the Brazil guys positions way more. Like you have 2 Palasivs in the pocket. That's really nice. Even having Spanish as flank, but yeah, Chinese guys have the same. So yeah, it will be interesting to see what the Aztec pocket goes for. I'd say most likely is either forward or just try to boom. But yeah, especially at this level, I think booming is really risky.
Okay,
Because
then
before
before
if they die quickly, then yeah, you get doubled fast and can't do much.
Okay, then before the real action starts pretty soon, the question for your predictions here in this probably very tight matchup.
Yeah, I think it's hard to call who should make it, but my money would be on China, I think, because I feel like they trained harder.
Okay. Sadly, you don't have any money, so that sentence is worth nothing. But okay, in a weird scenario and in a parallel world, I probably have to say 2-2. But if I had to decide, I'd probably give a small edge to the Frantics as well. They've been training more. Fire and Rio aren't super active. Brew, I would say, should be the worst player of them all. And Yeah, so small advantage, I would say, for Frantic here. But yeah, now we see the big aggression here of Vivi, and he is playing the Spanish Tower Rush here with Pop 21.
I love it. And 8 vills forward even. I love it. He's instantly drop. He's gonna instantly drop 2 towers, probably at the gold.
Yeah,
And
we'll
it's
see
just
about...
so hard to defend if you don't scout instantly, because one tower will be covering the other. And yeah,
Okay, then let's
doesn't
see
look
what
like
Goku
Goku
sees.
will have out any army.
Goku Scout is here at the front, and now he sees that the Scout of Vivi is around here at a weird angle. He is up pretty solidly as well, not a single farm yet, and he would love to go for some defensive archers. I'm a bit surprised by that
I
strategy.
think he's going for man-at-arms, Goku.
Oh, that makes a bit more sense, yeah. Okay.
But I still think he will be too late. He won't have have 2, maybe 3 militia when the towers go up.
He is sending all the villagers in. 3 villagers, very low HP here though. So let's take a look. Some walling going up, but not towards the house. And the first tower is coming up. We see 2 militias out. Losing his scout really hurt. Where is Riot Scout? Not around. CL Scout not around as well. Now trying to fight down this tower. At the other side we see a forward of fire towards the pocket. We will take a look at that pretty closely. Let's focus on this weird action here. Now trying to get a defensive tower up as well, and it feels like Vivi will tear this tower up. And what did he focus on now?
Ooh, I think you should try to focus the tower with everything. I think that might be good for Rio, for Goku actually. But it's really tough to go. His wills are so low.
ICM should float a lot of resources, and indeed we see 2 to 4 KD now, losing another villager here with the next volley, and now trying to even wall those. And let's take a look. We still see Vivi with a lot of HP on his villagers and fighting down Goku, trying to micro like a madman. He's going down to 19 villagers only at the moment. Vivi is 3 ahead and trying to get this tower up. Ooh, I have no idea who's doing better here.
Vivi is doing a bit better, but it can change so fast when the tower goes up. And it is up now. Now it's looking really good for Goku, I think.
He is 3 villagers behind.
Not really good, but he defended it. Let's put it this way.
Yeah. Same time, Fire doing some aggression, trying to run around here, being completely open against his guy. The Chinese who played it Drush? No, he's going archers. And Fire is playing it completely open here with this horrible map and just forwarding the pocket. They're trying to play it.
Yeah. While the Aztec pocket is forwarding as we expected. So a lot going on.
A lot going on indeed. This looks like a Brazil C game here. And Rio is kind of expecting it. Did he scout it? He is going for a defensive archery range, so... yeah, he did scout it indeed. We'll go for some skirmishes, I assume. But the problem is, crossbows are out, and Brew now needs to pull off his villagers off of gold as well. And tactical pause indeed. Okay, I know we're pretty early in this game. It feels like Goku defended. Who has the better positioning here, Peter?
It's really tough to say. I mean, Goku defended, yes, but he's like 2 vills behind. Plus, he doesn't have any army neither, and like not even he's building a range now, so it's not like he will have an out army anytime soon. I think the more deciding will be how Fire will do against Whoop's archers coming in now, considering that he has literally nothing at home. He desperately needs a tower at his wood or at his stone too.
It is tough. Fire now going over to the next, or to, yeah, even the other pocket. What a weird situation here. CL getting some hits on, and now going over and attacking Brew, and that will be so tough. And a very unstandard game, so the problem is Fire is relying on Brew to save him. And Brew's not getting any gold pretty soon. So he won't really help. And at the same time, Rio is defending with only skirmishes, dealing the tower and the gold camp here. Uh-oh, Brew's in some trouble.
Yeah, definitely. Blue, I'm not sure who he is. CL, what's his?
I don't know.
Nick. You don't know? Okay, well, CL is managed to hit pockets. And yeah, basically neither of the pockets will be able to build any significant amount of knights anytime soon. So both are basically only defending, and yeah, that might be a tough situation for Fire.
Wow,
But he got
Rio
a tower up at his wood.
Oh yeah.
Building one at the stone now, I guess, so he should be okay.
Yeah,
He's also
looks like it.
hitting both pockets a bit.
And Rio is completely skipping the castle age and is going for full skirmisher and fletching. So he will fight off CL in feudal age here. Does not want to get any aggression in. And that might actually be the right team strategy here. It feels so weird having 800 food and 200 gold and still go for a feudal age army. But it just helps out Brew to not die.
Yeah, and nobody from the Chinese guys will field any knights anytime soon. Tim is also making archer units to defend the forward from Fire. So yeah, the only guy that maybe will make knights anytime is the Spanish, but he will be stuck in feudal for quite some time too. So yeah, skirms are not that bad, I think.
Yeah, makes sense. And we see Vivi now going for the sneaky towers here in the back. And that means he will need to find another spot, yeah. And probably needs to go through the front.
The else archers coming in there right in time.
Yeah, might snag one or two villagers. Archer of Goku out without any upgrades. He is somewhat aggressive, but Vivi has 3 towers up. And nice wall here by CL. He was super open, but completely walling himself. Kind of last minute there. And Wolf has a telephone call.
Yeah, actually, just like 1 minute ago, I wanted to say weird walls from CL. Yeah, but now I start to like them.
Yeah, he is super undefended. He is in feudal age for quite some long time. And yeah, therefore, I believe just not getting raided by Rio later on and Fire now. I believe it's a good choice. Tim is playing it in feudal age as well from the pocket position. It's so weird how flexible those pocket players actually played this out. The first player in castle age will be at 20 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yeah, and that in a 44.
Oh no, Brew.
So weird.
Yeah, Brew is up, but without gold. Only now getting his CC up.
Knights.
Rio doing some sniping. Let's take a look overall. Villagers looks at 146 for Frantic and 128. Oh, so yeah, solid advantage here for Frantic. Solid advantage.
Bruce castle, so he will close that gap, especially with his Persian TCs. But still, I think Tim and Whoop have quite an advantage. Especially Whoop is basically untouched at home. Yeah, he's free to do whatever he wants since Fire went directly for Tim. So once he gets castle age and has some expos, I think Brazil will have a tough time to defend from that.
Many people complaining about my math on stream, but I felt like it was correct. So, swoo.
I wasn't paying attention. I just saw it.
Okay.
China was like 10 ahead maybe in total.
Yeah. Well, the math said 18. But well, I might be super wrong.
Probably
so
didn't factor in the castle age and something like this.
Yeah. No,
but we can agree on that.
Just numbers. Yeah, it had. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, so
Nice towers from Vivi again.
yeah, super annoying. Could have been a bit more offensive one, the one behind the wood line,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
yeah, he's just crawling around, blocking the stone, even blocking some more farms. Just incredibly annoying. But now Goku is running under the tower of Vivi here, and those two towers aren't covering each other, so we'll get some kills in.
Yeah.
Make that one kill, make
Didn't pay
that
too
two
much
kills.
detection there. But he will be okay. We'll make a second tower there. And the Goku is not on stone, so yeah, he won't be able to prevent like this next tower from Vivi there. And
Yeah.
if that one goes up, will really have trouble to get wood. Goku, that is.
Yeah.
And I
both...
don't see how he can prevent it from... I'm not even sure if he sees it. Oh, he does see it.
Yeah. He's even
Still no
farming
reaction.
more to the left-hand side. Yeah, he cannot get onto his back stone. The other one stone is very much in the very much forward. And where is the second stone? Not 100% sure. Okay, let's take a look over CL trying to go against Brew again. Ryut now in Castle Age going for CA. Could raid CL quite heavily. He would have not a single word that isn't defended, but therefore building some towers now. Nice defense here, and seems like he will survive as well. And Tim going for 4 archery ranges CA as well.
Yeah, but look at Whoop's army now coming in like 30 expos, 30
Whoa!
crossbows.
You say like 30 and it is 29. So the Eye of Pedro. And yeah, but what can he do? Fire has a nice amount of towers all around covering each other. He can snipe some. I believe he should even go for Brew and consider trying to take there.
Just run past fire, snipe a will here and there, and then go on Brew. Brew doesn't have any upgrades on his knights, and yeah, he has some good will numbers now, but takeover was hurt early, so if they would apply the pressure to him now, yeah, I think they could make quite some damage. But if they wait too long, I mean, he's 3 TCs up. Looking at like 60 wills. So if he gets some night production with 2, yeah, he might be able to clear everything up there.
Okay, now the big question obviously is, Whoop going for so many crossbows. Isn't it a bit of an archer overkill if Tim goes for crossbows and CA as well? Wouldn't it be the better option for knights? I don't really know.
Yeah, I think I would have preferred knights from Tim.
Scorpion defense now against the archers here against Goku, having his castle up, sorry for interrupting you there, and should be going for conquistadors now. Not looking too great for Goku, who does not have a lot of military and not a lot of map control as well.
Yeah, forced to take the wood there at the right side really open. Yeah, if some raids come there, he will be in trouble.
Yeah, and some raids will come there, and you can see Vivi now even taking villagers here. Not 100% sure if he wants to build or get the stone here at the front, or if he wants to build an offensive siege workshop. Looks like the stone for now, and is building a castle there at the front, TC.
And Whoop is now arriving at Bro space, but maybe a bit late in my opinion. Bro's still missing bloodlines, now he get it.
Oh, CL might be losing his army here just shortly before getting all the upgrades in. Crossman and Bot Canal both looking at roughly 60%. Trying to micro down against his CA here. We can see Whoop finally coming over, but bloodlines and +2. So should mess up some knights and should be in a good position. After that, CL trying to... yeah, just stay safe at home, but we see Ryut and Goku trying to knock that down a bit. Conquistadors now at the base here of Goku. Point lead switching every second at the moment.
Yeah, and I think that really reflects the game. Quite tough to say who's leading here. A lot will depend on what Whoop's army is able to get there at Bra's base now. Found himself a really nice spot.
He
But the
needs some
Mangonel
buffer, I
incoming.
believe. Where's the Mangonel? Oh yeah, it's rolling. And that will be tough. We can maybe find a good positioning here for Brew. Let's take a look here. At the moment would be perfect here for Whoop. Brew going in, but needs to fall back. +2 defense coming in.
I think that will be a nice hit. If he deletes the houses and just goes for it with the Mangonel.
And Rio just coming from behind. Whoop is trying to find the perfect positioning. Would be great, but the Mangonel is coming in. Whoop! That will be so many dead crossbows. They're so incredibly clumped up. Bruce trying to force the issue. Whoop, what is he doing? What should he do now? But the Mangonel is still blocking. And oh, getting one big hit in, and the second hit should finish the rest off as well. Bam! Sick action here, and great Mangonel timing by Blue. Only a bit later, CL shows up to the party, but now trying to convert some archers. But that's not really what he needs.
Nice
He needs some
converts
converts.
here from CL.
Yeah, sneaky move here, but not getting really the
but
numbers.
He lost all his mana on 1-2 Cuff archers. I think that wasn't the best move against all those knights.
Yeah, trying to micro back a bit. Indeed, he's up to 3 knights now. We'll get all the CA, has some crossbows out. He's trying to run away. It's actually a nice sacrifice here, knowing that all his monks will die, but he's buying himself a bit more time here at the front. And not as efficient as possible. Conquistadors trying to go in for more raids. What are we missing anywhere else? CL seems to be fine. Brew at the moment, 80 villagers. And it feels like Frantic is somewhat falling behind at the moment when it comes to villager count. Now going for more converts, should switch onto a knight. Is doing exactly that and is getting one convert before dying. Trying to get in more and more. And whoop! Up to Imperial Age.
Yeah, I think it will be really hard to stop Whoop, especially since CL is kind of, yeah, giving Brew quite some hard time, or keeping him busy with the Monk Rush there at his back. So yeah, I think Whoop will be able to wipe out fire pretty fast if he has enough siege to get down the castle there.
Bruno,
Oh, is he going for halberdiers? Dropping barracks now? Whoop, that is.
Yeah, looks like it, and I don't mind that too much. He will go for halberdiers, needs some buffer, because he's fighting against mainly knights. He knows that. Just got cleared up from, wow, Brew. And Brew's losing a lot of villagers over here at his gold spots. Now we should see a lot of more converts. Let's see how CL is trying to micro that. Should lose all his crossbows. That's a lot of monks here, and if he gets all those converts in. And Brew's running.
Quite a nice army there.
Wow, and that's so tough for Brew to play. At the same time, we saw some raids of Tim against Riot, but seems like Riot is in a fine position again. Lots of CA now chasing down the Conquistadors here over at Goku. And the push of Whoop starts here now, even sending more and more villagers to the front. I want to see a forward castle, I want to see Rams.
I think he has way to he's lacking siege a lot. He needs rams or traps. He has a way superior army, and since Brew is busy at home, I think there will be no one able to contest his army. So if he would have like five cap rams or something, he would be able to to wipe out fire there.
Yeah, I'm just regrouping for now. Wanted to focus on the pikeman tag a bit earlier so that the double of Brew would not kill all his crossmen. Just waiting, maybe does not want to lose all his crossmen here just shortly before getting them onto Arbalest. Getting still some nice kills in against the Conquistadors here. Having ballistics really helps out, and yeah, we basically know that fire will die unless Brew is pulling something sick out of his head.
Look at Bruce base now. Riot is coming over to clean up the monks. I think that's a really good decision.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of CA and no Mangonels here for CL. Let's take a look. But he has a lot of monks. Maybe he can, if he gets the full 10 converts, he could actually fight this. Let's take a look, but more knights come in. Yeah, would be too crazy. He's having more monks in the back, maybe some converts at the knights, and he's still super annoying, super cost efficient there. But a nice clear up for Riot for sure. But he's on CA as well, so is Tim. I believe not the greatest units to go for in the very long run.
Yeah, I would have liked knights on him more, but it's working okay, I think.
Oh yeah, at 6
Riot
place
should
not
be able
looking.
to click up now.
Oof. 42 villagers only for CL here. Only playing at 1 TC and losing villagers left and right. Pretty ugly for him. Vivi continuing to, yeah, keep the aggression up. He's on 3 TCs, is keeping up all the map control here against Goku. Very tough spot for Goku. Oh, and Whoop is actually building a defensive castle here, which will never finish. I think he needs to send back his Arbalest. That would be so much of the better choice. And oh, Whoop. Is he throwing this game here? He had such a nice advantage. Let's see if Fire and Brew can focus this down.
Lose quite some builds, but should be able to get it up.
Yeah, I think so as well now. Yeah. It won't be too many, like 8 volts or something.
Yeah, it's pretty fine. The cover just from Tim coming in there too.
Yeah, yeah,
and he's having +3 on his TCs and his castle, so I think he's fine. But I still think he likes siege at the front. Could push so much faster.
Goku now. Basically out of his main TC, getting pushed down to the south so much. Whoop still not without without Arbalest. CA of Tim now clearing up everything. Halberdiers could maybe find an engagement. Not a single upgrade on them yet. I'm a bit surprised by that. I felt like I saw some upgrades kicking in before.
I don't know, my spec overlay isn't working, but I think if you're not fighting ranged units, then the upgrades on the halberdiers aren't that important.
Oh yeah, probably agree. Oh, and
I'd rather see the Arbalest upgrade than 1-2 blacksmith upgrades.
Yeah. Okay, I totally agree. Nice raids here by the Aztecs Knights. Actually having 7 Knights out there and really getting the raids done. Pretty annoying. Tim now trying to chase down, and the traps are going forward. So many Arbalests, and Fire should be losing his TC here. Let's take a look if that's his MTC. No, it is not. It's the one here at the left hand side. Tim switching on Cavaliers. Riot already is researching Cavaliers, and still a very neck and neck game here. Such a crazy game. And trying to set up the trade now, is that an option? Brew trying to scout the corner, but I have no idea where the Brazilians should trade here.
Yeah, Vivi has way too much map control there on this left side, so he might need like a short trade. But then again, I see them having any counter to the halberdiers of Whoop. Not sure why he has them all at his base at the back. And why they aren't guarding his Arbalest in the front. Like both pockets are doing Cavalier or Paladin now. And yeah, okay, Riot still has some Calf Archers, but yeah, against this Arbalest halb comp, don't think they look too good. If we could move them to the front.
Well, Fire is now going for elite skirmishes as well, so maybe they can combine forces, and then it's a bit better. But indeed, yeah, Whoop at pop basically limit, and still not really getting, yeah, his Halberdiers to show off at the front.
It's quite weird. Goku and Fire both look like they basically lost most of their base, but they still are both over pop 100 and have some more or less healthy will numbers.
Yeah, something like that, but yeah, Goku didn't contribute a bit to his team for quite some time now. Whoop, still sitting now, finally sending his halberdiers to the front. So maybe he did want to hide them for all this time. Maybe baiting all those paladins in. And yeah, they will come now. Riot is there with cavaliers, soon to be paladins. We see Fire with all his skirmishes. Where is the army of Brew? We see him chasing down... Oh, Tim is trying to go here, but Riot will intercept that. And getting some beautiful kills in. I believe for Riot would have been even an option to go for heavy calf archer here, I believe. And Tim losing a hell of a lot of CA himself. But the big thing is here, the push of Whoop.
Yeah, heavy CA would be an option, but on the other hand, if you have like a big meat shield in front, the upgrade doesn't give you that much. I think like 1 attack and 10 HP or something.
I don't know exactly either. And now losing all his gold spots here is Fire. They're trying to set up the trade. We can see some markets over, but yeah, not the greatest map control. And Vivi is switching on to Cavaliers as well, so he can raid and control all this area, trying to get as many gold spots as possible here. And Whoop now together with Tim, they are taking this hill, and they're having quite a lot of control. Riot's Paladins numbers not that high, Harbadier's numbers not that high either, and Tim not having the greatest positioning. Vivi and Tim at the same time getting the Paladins now.
Yeah, I think once Tim has Paladins, they will really have trouble to fight off this army from Whoop and Tim. Especially if he keeps adding rams and helps. And yeah, China's starting to set up the trade, so is Brazil. So after all, they cleared out Vivi's towers there, but still their trade looks quite vulnerable there, on their raid line.
Absolutely, and Whoop is keeping that hill, microing back his halberdiers now, trying to do the damage. And Arbalest, untouched there in the back, really doing the damage. Now some sling to Fire, I believe. Indeed, they're trying to get him back a bit, getting the raids here at the site, and he's not really getting on to the pop. Elite Skirmish is obviously not the greatest unit you want to go for in the late Imperial Age trade game. But for now, no trade for him, and the push continues. CL at the same time, finally up on the way to Imperial Age as well. Not 100% sure what he wants to go for. Looks like a Spearman or Pikeman aggression against Goku there. Not 100% sure. And Whoop, just beautiful positioning here on the hill.
Tough to say what the H6 should do in this position. Can't really think of a nice unit. Pikeman, maybe Pikeman plus Onagers or something.
I think Sling is a good option, in all honesty. Like,
yeah.
He needs to tag everything. Oh, Brew now coming in, and this might be the clear up here. Brew pushing against the hill. Whoop is trying to get another castle up, but that should be denied. Riot, Brew, and Fire all trying to fight this down. We need to see Whoop fall back. Points are still super close. The trade seems to be getting up. Brew is retreating. Now we see even Chukunu's out, but no elite and no rocketry, so not the greatest damage output just yet.
Yeah, but those ARPs on the hill are so brutal. They're just lacking paladins there. I don't think they can clean this up.
Tim is sending more while we have some CA, Rams and skirmishers out, so a reasonable army against those Arbalest, but they're just so well positioned. And if this castle is going up, I don't really see what they have. Not a lot of Rams out, not a lot of Paladins, and indeed it's looking better and better here for Whoop. Just this low numbers here. He's only at pop 170, not really having the greatest production ever, but seems to have the positional advantage so much.
Yeah, it looks really well for China. I think I would be surprised if Brazil managed to push this back. What they got going for them is that they have traded earlier than China. They have more trade cards. That's something China's still lacking. So maybe they have a chance when they
On
Yeah,
this stuff.
run low on gold.
Fire
But on
at
the other
pop
hand,
100.
On the other hand, they still have Fire's main gold to mine. And CL going for Eagles.
Indeed, probably to counter those halberdiers, maybe to come over later on and counter some against these skirmishers. But I believe paladins would be the greater choice in both cases. So let's, or not against halberdiers obviously. But let's see CL sending in more spearmen now, and it feels like Rio is pushing back here against 5cm. The trade still getting raided quite heavily though, still not completely walled, and even some holes here. Oh, it's looking pretty slim, and Vivi is doing a great job of pushing, and so is Whoop.
Yeah, still the Eagles feel a bit like a waste of gold. Like with the upgrades they had, and I think it would be better to invest it in trade or sling it maybe to get out more paladins.
Yeah, I think so as well. Maybe that's one of the problems of the Frantic players here, not setting up the trade early enough. We had 50 minutes, yes, it was a super scrappy game. But yeah, gold spots are running dry. They got the extras here of fire, but not getting them down to full efficiency. Tim is now sending over some of his villagers, and we see Garland Wars, so CL will do so much more here at the left hand side, especially if he only fights against halberdiers. I believe the pikemen with Garland Wars won't perform too shabby.
Yeah, I think they performed quite good when they got all the other upgrades too.
Okay, it's Vivi now trying to go for the next raid here into the trade. Still not walled. Halberdiers running around, more villagers being sent in, but the trade is just getting owned over and over again. Trade card amount here is a bit more than 40 for the Tyrants, but only in the 20s for Frantic. So the advantage slightly better for the Brazilians.
Yeah, and their pops are still looking quite okayish. I mean, like, when you look at Goku's Echo there in the middle, that shouldn't be alive there.
Yeah, so true. Just close to the battlefield for such a long time. And it seems like Vivi is now getting cleared up here. Only now going for handcut, probably missing that very heavily. And now this castle is going down, the push is real. The ad stack's not really helping. At the same time, it feels like Brew might be able to set himself up quite nicely. We see Fire going for a lot of trash, and that trash won't perform too poorly against Whoop as well. So it comes down to the Paladin numbers.
Yeah, and I think some Rams or maybe Onagers would do wonders here against all those skirms and pikemen.
I absolutely agree. Who's sending in more villagers, trying to get another gold spot here of Fire. He's just stuck on trash. He's playing at pop 114. We see more raids of Riot. Maybe they can get through the trade, and the trade is absolutely not walled. It's the CA and Paladins are getting in there. Maybe Brazil A is pulling this one back. At the moment it feels like they are pushing at the left hand side. They're holding at the right hand side. Yeah, this castle will go down, but it doesn't really matter to lose a Persian castle. And this raid in the middle could be the game changer here.
Yeah, if they kill that little trade that China is having.
Lots of resources gone to Fire again. Pop 100, he is at only 28 villagers. Does he have a single TC up? Only one that will actually, is getting killed here.
I'm not even sure if they realized that the raid is coming in there.
I don't see any units
Tim
really going for
sending
it.
his paladins. If he would send the paladins he's producing there from the middle, he could stop them quite easily, I think, or quite fast.
Yeah,
but
I
it
agree.
doesn't look like the others exited.
And no axe, and now the push is coming in. No, they only axe the front. And that might distract them even further, because now the attacks are over. I'm not sure if that bombard cannon was the best idea ever. Sling is continuing for both teams. We see finally Supremacy coming in for the Spanish here to get some better wolf fights, and that looks like could be the game-winning move here of Riot. Now the big push, and they only need to buy more time. Fire only at 7 trade cards. And that's a big fight. I believe that should be won by Tim and Whoop here. And that means Fire should drop to roughly 10 pop, if you ask me. We will see about that. A lot of Paladins out. Bomber Towers helping from behind. We see Tukunus and Arbalest raining from behind. Brew completely running out of Paladins. Give me an update here on the trade line. It's dying completely. And now they're axing. And that's so many trade cards down. They are down to 30 trade cards. Comparing that to Brew's 32 alone. But as I said, all the army at the front going down. And now they have to wonder how long will the gold here of Fire help them out. How long will they take to re-establish this trade again? Losing 3 traps here at the front, something that you can absolutely not afford if you're down and you really need to push now.
Yeah, and I don't know if Whoop realizes that he isn't having the elite upgrade for his Chukunu, because he is having the resources, but yeah, not doing it since quite some time. So maybe he just forgot.
Fire at pop 7, now building 3 more TCs. Going for mass halberdier and skirmishes, but still without the last attack upgrade. Whoop has a very nice hill here and still not decided. Vivi in the trade and trying to raid as well. Aye aye aye. 30 trade to... let's say 80.
I mean, trade is a big thing, but the pop numbers just look so much better for China.
Yeah, so true as well. When we see China's basically everyone is maxed out here, and at the other side we have Fire pretty low and the others struggling as well. Rio looking the best with 160, but now fighting against Halberdier Paladins here. Only some Chukunus of Goku, who is not really contributing too much here. Look at that, 200 kills. Actually, that's not too shabby. Brew at the pocket here with his Paladins, only at 170 kills so far.
I think he didn't have the most efficient trades, and I think he never raided. So he was basically always at home defending against someone. And yeah, if you raid, you accumulate way more kills, obviously.
Yeah. Absolutely. So Brew now with a nice amount of Paladins himself. Tim completely running dry. Let's take a look. He is looking at 63 military though, so not 100% sure where those are. Probably some here in the trade still, not really. And oh, just raiding all over the map, finally clearing up what Goku had in the middle here.
Yeah, but look at Whoop's push there with the Bombard Towers, with the Chukunu. Now he's having the lead too. I don't see them stopping this.
It looks like a deadly army. Now they're pushing in. Let's take a look. Brew, spread formation, trying to go in. We have Tim blocking in the front, Chukunus in the front. 4 Whoop, Arbalest behind that. Bombard Towers at the number of 3. Some Pikemen of CL at the edge of the screen. I believe this should be very cost efficient for Whoop, even if he gets cleared up. We see Fire now trying to push down as well with his halberdiers and his skirmishes. Maybe he should have been the one being sent to the front, but they are pushing Whoop back here. Bomber Tower still doing enormous amount of damage. Tim without his trades, only going for light cav now, having 14 trade cards. Only Whoop, perfect positioning here, very close and so little service area.
They're so strong, the Chukunus there, and fighting under all those Bombard Towers. I don't think that's, as you said, a cost-efficient fight for the Brazilian guys. They just need rams or traps or something to get rid of the Bombard Towers before they can engage the Chukunu there.
Left hand side, they are pushing over, and trade is still running. Oh, but it seems like Vivi's getting pushed back. Oh, well, I can only see
the rest of Goku's economy.
Probably having the 8 defense here, getting one trap at least. And yeah, just newly built farms here, instantly getting raided. Whoop, still with his perfect positioning. Chukunu is so efficient in those tight, small areas. Blue trying to go for another push, but they're simply lacking siege. At one point, they had the army of Whoop down to roughly 30, 40 Chukunus, but now back up to 90 again. And not having the siege to kill this right hand side. And GG coming in. Ooh, beautiful play. So many kills over here. And yeah, incredible stuff. Vivi pushing over here. It was just the two flanks dying. Fire obviously had to die since he focused so much on Tim here. But Goku's play against Vivi there really hurt the team. What a scrappy play. CL doing so much damage, forcing Ryu to go for skirmishes, then doing the damage against CL. Therefore, Tim could do something with his calf archers. And yeah, what an incredible scrappy game. And look at those Chinese walls here in the end. Wow.
Yeah, beautiful game. And really well played from Chinese guys. They had the worst positions, but made it work.
Oh, I didn't see Jordan hosting. Thank you so much, mate. And what an incredible game number 1 here. And the 1-0 for the Chinese. Brazil wins their home map 90% of the time. I believe they are a very heavy favorite on their home map, yeah. But we will see if they came up with something reasonable. And trade just so much better for the Brazilians here. But didn't matter after all. Tim had the same overall gold. And what map? Islands is the home map here of our Brazilians. Pedro, Islands against China Frantic here. The choice of the Brazil A team. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, probably a good home map pick. I definitely think that Brazil should be a stronger team on water. So yeah, I'd give them the best chances to win here.
Yeah, I think so as well. But Islands feels like so uncreative, I have to say. Wouldn't it be so many different maps? But yeah, that's a big problem of Brazil. They aren't training much. They aren't thinking about it too much. And
yeah, I think if you want to like something very out of the box, you have to really be sure what you're going to do and train it quite a few times, maybe even against some good teams. So yeah, it's if you don't have a lot of training, it's hard to build up non-standard home map, I think. And yeah, since they should be quite ahead, or I see them and you see them, and probably they themselves see them quite ahead on islands. Why should they bother with training something else when they won't increase their chances by doing so, or won't increase them a lot by doing so?
Yeah. Okay, then game number 2, guys. For all the guys who just came over, spec delays at 4 minutes 30. So even if they launch, it will still take some time until we actually jump into the game. China are strong on water though as well. Tim, Whoop, Joffrey, and Vivi, the new lineup. CL being exchanged there, being benched at least for this one water game. Joffrey incredibly strong as well, and yeah, being around in this for quite some time. What is Rover doing with the tanks here? Oh, the mod sword. Feels bad, man. No.
So, by the way, wait, I wanted to ask you, how did it go yesterday? Qualifier, or is it still?
I cannot say. Yeah, it will be streamed at
Okay.
15 GMT on Escape AOE. So
I
we will
I
see.
Did the semifinals and finals also got played yesterday, or got they played today?
No, since there were so few players,
Yeah.
they decided to only stream it one day, and we'll show like the highlights of round of 8. Some, like maybe, let me take a look who played. It was me against Winchester, Dowd against Lan, MBL against Warrior, Melkor against Fight. Maybe they will show some of that, and then they will show all the semifinals and finals later on.
Okay, but all the games are played already, right?
I believe so. Unless
Okay.
some people wanted to play today.
So you basically already told us you didn't win the whole thing.
Say again?
What a shame. So you basically already told us that you didn't win the whole thing.
Or that I played yesterday, yeah.
Well, then you would know that everything would have been played. So, what civs are we going to see on Island?
I predict... Let's do a switch up. I predict one Tiff than you. I go for Vikings.
I go for Hans.
Then we'll see Japanese.
And I won first, but I think Saracens.
Okay.
At least from the vessel guys, I think we will see Saracens as first.
Oh no. I would think the other way around. I believe Frantic will go for Saracens, and we will see the Brazilians going for Mongols, or both for Mongols.
For Mongols, really?
Yeah, Mongols is a new meta.
It's the island map got changed a bit, right? Like the islands are a bit rounder, so you basically have usually shorter distances.
Yeah,
for
somewhat.
backstock and stuff like this.
Yeah.
And the center island, I think, like the extra island is always in the center, right? Or the extra islands are always in the center.
Yeah, indeed. That makes it so much more fair.
And probably it also makes like a fast uptime and fast crush less risky. Because in the old islands map, you could often have like really weird shaped islands. And if your enemy has a weird shaped island, then you have like to go around some peninsulas, and he has like a backdock on some arm. Yeah, you could take quite some time to get to his fish.
Why Mongols over Saracens? Indeed, just that, what Peter said. So much more aggression possible for the Mongols. And just aggressive dog and can instantly kill the fish. Deny some fish boom of the pockets. Yeah, just so many options. Okay, speculator down to 3 minutes.
I'll be right back in a minute.
Okie dokie. Oh, Stark in the house. Interesting. who makes the rules for the Nations Cup. A mixture of the Chinese sponsors and the tournament administrators. So like Robo, Limp, and some advising of, I believe, who was it? Maybe Nimino, SMB, me. I could look that up. And that's why it did have some saying in it as well. Nimino advice, lol. Yeah, Robo has so much power. And that's like in all tournaments as well. Like Escape, he has his fingers inside big AOC zone tournaments. Not sure
that's
if they
because he's
actually
doing a good job.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Disagree?
Speculate down pretty much now. And we are jumping into game number 2, the home map of Brazil A. It is Islands, and let's take a look at the civilizations we see. Brew at the flank here with Japanese. His pocket will be fire with Vikings. Huns for Goku and Mongols for Rio. Do we have Mongols for Tim? We have Vikings for Whoop. Huns for Vivi, and Joffrey will play as Japanese. So completely mirror. Which means again NCP draw.
Hello. So you were right with your Mongon's call?
Indeed. You know, that's why I became a caster. I don't know how to play, but I'm able to watch a record and remember it for 2 days. And then I can come up with like super inside information that only I know, like, oh, they might pick Mongols here, they're so strong. And actually, you just need to watch the VODs of another game, and then you know what the meta is at the moment.
Yeah, it also makes perfectly sense if you look like at the island map. If you dock towards the middle, there's basically no player you can't reach in a reasonable close distance.
Yeah, this island looks a bit more like the Caribbean version.
Yeah.
And not the greatest gold for Whoop here.
I think it has like 2 aspects, having such let's say standardized maps. On the one hand, it's nice to have fair maps where no one is like screwed over because of having a bad island. But on the other hand, I think it makes the games a little less exciting because they are way more predictable, and you basically always can more or less go for the same strat and don't have to worry about scouting the enemy's map or him having a weird map.
Unless you're Germany A, then your Dark Age can force you into doing some other strategies than you planned. But yeah, I can absolutely see what you're saying there, and yeah, probably makes sense. Fire now going with the aggressive dock here, and that's pretty far away from Brew, who's actually docking at the left-hand side. And not 100% sure where's Tim docking. Oh, Tim is docking near to the north. Rio is docking to the front as well. While the unpopulated islands all at the side of Frantic. Well, that's not important. It's very short distance and very much in the middle. So that one screen distance won't decide the game. It's still super fair.
Monol's docks will be really close to each other. It'll be interesting who has the better Dark Age or the better build order.
Rio's playing with 5 on wood. We see 5 on wood for Tim as well. So not going like super crazy. 2 fishing ship here. Like not super crazy, 1 fishing ship. Second board already done by Riot. Tim still 100 food left and has 5 sheep over, pushing another deer in. And 5 sheep over as well. I believe another deer is not necessary for both players.
Yeah, you take it if you get it.
But why?
Thing I'd like to mention is that Goku's dock is really defensive. That might turn into a problem for Riot, because the Chinese players docked really close to each other. So they have a really close distance to Riot. If he gets doubled there early, and from how Whoop is placing his dock, he's definitely going for a fast crush. Riot might be in some trouble.
Oh yeah,
and
Goku even
actually is going for a fish boom.
Yeah, going for a second dock indeed, and that's super risky. And
Yeah,
that's
I think so too.
Tim and Riot, only 1 second difference here. So absolutely neck and neck game by them. Not having any witches on gold though, Tim. And even sending more on wood. Am I missing something?
Yeah, he didn't loom, so he has 100 gold. So it's fine to go later, but he should go now. And he is.
Okay, so Rio did loom. So a bit of a better start for Tim here.
Yeah, definitely. I think I always try to not loom. I think even if you have like 10-15 second idle time, it's better than looming, because on islands you really don't need the loom. And yeah, just some extra resources you can invest into the grush.
Yeah, probably right. And we will see 7 players up to the feudal age. Latest time is 10:16, so pretty crisp builds here, except of Goku, who's going on the more defensive build. And we'll play it a bit more fish for me. Tim even going for double bit axe here, and so is Riot. So reasonable equals for both of them. Riot only 2 fishing ship and 3 for Tim. Tim is playing it better than Riot here.
Yeah, and Riot is already having idle TC, and he will have idle TC for quite some time. He's not a single villager on food and only 2 fishing ships. That looks like like a grush from you or me.
Hey, I don't have 2 fishing ship. I would have went for 5 and then would have lost them before my first galley is out.
But look at his will count.
17-20, already heavily behind. 3 villagers behind, 1 fishing ship behind. Same amount of galleys, and the double will come in as well. 10-16 time here of the Vikings, pretty short distance. That will be tough for Rio to play out.
Really tough.
Okay, Goku 12,
on the other
16.
side, everyone kind of fast crushing, so I think the action definitely will be on Rio's side. I think that's where we should focus.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And let's take a look. Rio trying to micro sum now. 3rd galley's out. He has his 3rd dock a bit faster, but fishing ship now getting sniped down. 4 against 3 galleys, although Rio is ahead in.
Look at his bill count. Oh my god, he built 1 bill since he reached feudal.
And she's going ham on those sheep.
Oh my god.
Tim is retreating. Whoop should be coming in here. Tim trying to sneak around. Is there a low galley? Nice snipe here. And Rio at the moment 1-1 KD. 1 fishing ship against 1 galley so far. Let's take a look. Blue is doing some aggression, but they still have fire. It's considered to be the strongest Viking island player in the world. Not 100% sure if that's true, but let's call him extremely strong for sure. Tim trying to run some, but at the same time, Whoop is here to punish Riot again. And those 3 galleys, they can maybe snipe 2, 3, maybe 4 fishing ship here of Goku. And his fish boom will be delayed a bit. He is looking at a strong 14 fish though.
Yeah, but he will need them. He will have to save Riot. I mean, if he, yeah, pulls that fishbone through and won't lose too much fishing boats now, they still might be on okay position on that flank, even with Rio being like, oh my god, like 7 wills behind.
Indeed, 7 wills behind already. And Tim just trying to snipe those fishing ships, but not doing the greatest job so far. Riot, he should be having a running TC now. It's 4 villagers on the sheep. Or actually, he needs to have 6 as well. Aye, what a wild game. And Rio is somewhat losing the chase. I believe some fishing ship will go down, but Goku for now doing a pretty good job of pulling his fishing ship and putting them back to work again. Now I hear the first blacksmiths coming up. Joffrey, Tim, and Brew, and Fire all going for fletching here. We see Joffrey already having finished.
And Goku was able to click up quite huge. And if looks like he will keep his fishing ships all alive. I think it's a really bad decision from Whoop and Tim to stay at Ryut's docks there and try to kill them. They should really go for Goku's fish. I mean, they must have realized that he's fish booming.
They have to realize that Thor 3 docks defensively.
So I don't quite understand why they're not going for his fish, because if they wait a bit more, once his castle gate is out, he will be in a really good spot. And to be honest, then it might not even matter that Ryut kind of killed himself.
Goku has 6 fishing ships at the moment, and where is Fire? Where is Fire's army? Can't really see it. Trying to chase down against Bruno.
Few guys at red and few guys in the middle.
Okay, it's a bit weird for me. Has a KD from 3-3, so only produced 15 so far. Compare that to the 18 produced by Riot. How is he having 17 military here? He's running around and buying himself some more time. Pretty late fletching here by Whoop. Maybe trying to find an engagement against Riot now. Having the market. Most of the eyes are now towards Whoop. How will he defend against Goku? And are they able to snipe more of the fishing ship of Goku? For now, he's still looking at a strong 14 fishing ship.
Yeah, and Ryu is actually doing quite a good job for him having so little wills. He managed to get out quite some significant galley numbers, and he's kind of deafing Goku here against Whoop.
Yeah, great job there.
While sacrificing his dogs.
And maybe Goku can win the game here.
Yeah, it seems like they are able to save Goku's fish, and then he's really in a prime spot to wreck this flank.
Oh, but Vivi is now running around. Maybe he can do something later on against Goku. But Goku now has war galleys out and +2. I thought I saw Botkin arrow. Seems like I saw wrong. And Bro clicking up any second. Fire already on the way to Castle Age. So that's looking good for him as well. Pretty even game in one of the more scrappier island games that we've seen.
Definitely. Can't really talk about a clean build order here from neither Ryu nor Goku, I would say, but yeah, they're still doing okay.
Well, Goku, I believe the build order looked pretty fine, but the strategy choice was questionable.
Yeah, he's had quite some idle time now too, because he didn't have the food to produce villagers. Had
to pull the fishing ship quite often as well, denying him. Oh, and Tim getting more kills here against Riot, who maybe should stop building some galleys here, if you ask me. Trying to get them out now should get a lot of damage against him. Let's take a look. Goku around as well. How they will fight this off, but we see Whoop already on the way to Castle Age. So is Tim, and they have the numbers at the moment. Military count for Goku up to 22, skyrocketing here. I'm not even sure how that happened, but yeah, only losing probably not a single galley here. Really helped out his numbers.
Yeah, and War galleys are also produced quite a bit faster than galleys, so that also helps. Yeah, not sure if Tim is taking a really bad fight there, or
Yeah, I'm
getting
not really
cornered
sure.
into a really bad fight there.
Yeah, and Ryut is
Well,
doing a
really
great
nice stun
job.
from Ryut and Goku.
Yeah. And Tim taking this fight for way too long here. Now going down to, oh, actually 17-11 KD. Did get so many kills off against Ryut early on and some fishing snipes. And yeah, even Vivi was trying to come around, now getting chased back as well. It's looking reasonably well for the Brazilians, I would say.
Yeah, only problem is that Ryut will be so late to Castle Age.
Yeah, Joffrey later than Brew as well, and Joffrey might get completely trapped here. Look at that, Pedro. Uh-oh. Fire could be getting in here. Joffrey should freeze to the left-hand side. No, Fire. Why did Fire go to the top side? He didn't know that Brew was around. What a poor team communication. He could have trapped all this army of Joffrey.
Yeah,
Boswell
so
Castle. Aye. They're doing the guaranteed damage now against the dogs here. Nice, but that could have been so brutal. Not trying to fight off. Let's take a look. Goku. Is he adding any villagers? Not really. Still counting on his 11 fishing ship to carry him. But we see 7 for Whoop as well. So did add
now
new
Tim
dogs.
is getting Goku's fish now. Nice picks there.
Oh, finally. Nice sneak around here. Nice catch by you. And yeah, that means most of the advantage of Goku is basically gone. He's at 39 villagers, and that's 4 behind Whoop, and probably having no wheelbarrow and handcart as well.
Yeah, indeed. Not a
Oh,
single
VH.
farm.
Would be nice if you could link me the stream.
Not a single farm, plus adding a TC now, so he'll won't try to imp really fast, but yeah, goes more for an economy approach now.
Yeah, but how could he go for an early imp? He only has 2 fishing ships saved, maybe 3.
Yeah, I think he should have probably either added the TCs a bit earlier, or then really tried to go for a faster imp and add farms earlier. But then again, yeah, you would have sacrificed some galley production for that.
Yeah, and
This
he actually
Ryut won't
needed to
be-
get the
won't be-
production. Okay, big engagement here now in the middle. Let's take a look. Vivi trying to fight off against Fire. Military count better for Fire here. At the same time, we have Tim and Whoop around against Goku. He obviously is behind in that 2v1. Vivi here, not 100% sure,
really good fight
not the
for China, I
greatest.
think.
Indeed, yeah, but only because they fought 3v2. Where was Brew? He was fighting at 1v1, and Ryut was completely out of army. Fire now needs to retreat, and retreating against ballistics, not the greatest thing ever. And Goku's patrol is going to the wrong direction, losing 5 more galleys here, make that 6 even. Ay, so many war galleys going down, and nothing he can do. It's Brazil against China. He probably needs to do stop micro and click 10 seconds later to the back, but that was ugly for him. And suddenly Goku at 20-36 out of the pocket position here. His KD not great at all.
Oh, that really hurt them. They just shouldn't have taken a fight there. Ryut has like 20 galleys in the back, and is waiting for his castle age to kick in to upgrade them. So without those galleys, they should have never been that offensive or even considering taking a fight there.
Okay, Enderine complaining about his lack of skill. Feels bad, man. But let's focus a bit more on the game here. Tim now going for wheelbarrow. Finally Ryut with his upgrades going to Castle Age. I will just quickly scroll through all the players and let's see who has maybe resources to click up to Imperial Age pretty soon. Goku 11 food. Tim 100. Fire 100, Brute 200, Whoop 200, 50 for Rio, 70 for Joffrey, 200 for Vivi, 60 for Goku. So no one close to clicking Imperial Age, and we see not a lot of farms. Maybe Vivi the closest here. Now another big engagement here in the middle. Let's take a look. Brew is scaring away Joffrey, but at the same time, Fire is trying to take an engagement against Tim and Whoop. Where is Vivi? Coming from the left-hand side, but needs to regroup a bit better. Whoop cannot take this fight here. I believe he's in the worst positioning, but Brew, oh, that's a big one. At the same time, we have a big fight over here. The positioning is pretty bad by Whoop. Vivi coming over from the side. Finally, we have Goku. Where is Rio? Is coming to the top. All 4 players fighting within 2 screens here. The numbers will drop down so heavily. I have no real idea what's going on. So many kills here on the right-hand side. That should be won by Rio and Goku, but the middle should be lost by the Brazilians. At the same time, pretty even fight over here. Maybe with the help of Vivi should be a bit better. All 4 players going at it against each other here. Whoop is trying to regroup again. Vivi is sending in everything. Rio a bit out of position, fighting against the reinforcements. That's a crazy thing to see. Joffrey is falling behind against Brew. That was the first real significant loss here. Goku probably losing against a very stacked army here of Whoop and Tim as well. Fire with very low numbers. Look at that. 10 fire galleys only. He needs to retreat as well. At the same time, Goku still standing strong. Ryut needs to retreat. This looks good for Frantic.
Yeah, really crazy fight there. All the players.
I've never seen something like that before. What incredible stuff here. And yeah, Fire now trying to add some more dogs, but lower numbers and in front of his dogs. Rio cannot really contribute, needs to fall back. Yeah, guys, let's not focus on Germany A against Australia B before. Those games are over and no one will ever talk about those games again. So,
We talk about them later.
Except Pedro, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, we see
But
Bruno.
first, look at those fights. They're crazy.
Yeah, Joffrey heavily ahead in villagers up 15. We see Rio still at 37.
I think that's a bad fight for Brazil. I think they should GB there.
Oh yeah, Rio and Goku losing basically everything. No. Nice big army, nice concave here, getting so much surface area, and whoop, now on first on the way to Imperial Age, and Frantic looking dominant.
Yeah. Something I want to mention, I just checked who's having cartography and who not. And the Frantic's players all have cartography, and from Brazil only Goku is having cartography. So I think that makes it basically impossible for the other Brazil guys to judge those fights that we saw earlier, where there were like 4 armies from every direction fighting, and if you only see like a third of the battleground, you basically can't make any good decision if you should go in or should GB.
Oh yeah, nice observation there, Pedro. And indeed, cartography and upgrade that is absolutely undervalued by most top players. And Brazil A taps out in their own home map. We have it a 2-0 lead now for Frantic, and they have still their own home map to go. Pedro, what went so wrong here for the Brazilians?
Yeah, well, first of all, I think Frantic played really well. Basically never took bad fights. Maybe with the exception of the one time where Tim was trapped there in the middle of the map. And yeah, I think the strategy on the upper flank from Ryu and Goku was just not really synergistic. Like if the Mongol player docks in the front and ups really fast, and yeah, his pocket makes kind of a fishboom in the back. Yeah, you are vulnerable to some early aggression from some fast crushes from both enemy players, and I think that's what happened. Plus, Riot, yeah, kind of messed up his build over there a bit. I think having only 2 fishing boats and only like 1 will on food Just yeah, it's pretty clear that it isn't enough to sustain villager production. Yeah, I guess that wasn't his plan.
Nah, probably not. Take a look, his villager count is at 40. The second lowest is at 55. And that's one out of his own team as well. And third lowest is 56. Also his team. Yeah, not looking too great in that regard. Eco stats, obviously, the Frantic players are dominating as well. Uptimings look pretty sharp from all the players, I absolutely have to say. We saw 10-16, the latest uptime out of all the Crusher. Goku, the only guy, with 2 minutes later, but with 10 extra fishing ships, so not the worst build-up ever.
Yeah, it quite nice times there too.
Yeah. So, pretty high-level play, but Frantic taking the 2-0 here. And the home map of Frantic will be Nomad. And we see Brazil switching players. This will be Goku, Ryut, Fire, and instead of Brew, we will see Alive.
I was kicked from the lobby, what?
Who was kicked? Oh.
I was kicked. I'll ask Fire.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably wanted to kick some randoms. And it can't get much more random than NC Pedro. How many different players are allowed for each team? I believe up to 10, right? NC Pedro, yeah, my favorite caster. Close second is Nully. Sick. Sick. Andorine. Having a good day as it seems. Did you have a good morning? Never seen you throw around compliments that much. This is not looking good for Brazil, Woodface. It couldn't look worse after 2 games. We can agree on that.
You gave me the true password, by the way, now. Not the fake one you tried to give me earlier.
It worked for me, and I asked around, and 2 people messaged me with that exact fake password.
Yeah, it was.
Or you're calling it fake password?
Similar to that, but some extra digits.
Andorine, I believe he cut his tongue, and that's why he cannot talk, or whatever happened there. I'm not really sure.
I'm pretty sure it was a joke.
Ah, okay.
So, do we talk about the games from tomorrow? From this morning?
You can talk about them. You probably studied.
I just watched the last one.
Yeah, you can talk about it.
No, I just wanted to remind everyone.
Okay.
Really good game, the last one. I actually just looked the VOD of your stream. Very entertaining.
Well, and it felt so weird because I was so confused why they didn't lose any steam in their night production and in their tower rush as well. Yeah, because I knew, like, okay, it's so easy, like, they're so inefficient at my side, I'm buying so much time, my teammates can easily raid them at home, and scouts even here, I'm fighting them off, Drush there, and I felt pretty good, and I knew, like, yeah, it's going so well here, we will win the game, and then there come in more and more knights, and I really got confused more and more. And more towers, then my guy is dropping in points, and I thought, like, okay, yeah, they're raiding him at home at least, but no, they did not. Oh man.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, the grade score was so low. At one point, like, I was only at pop 23, clicking castle 8, and still had more score than my enemy. I got so debated there. Oh man.
I love that everyone was like saying like, oh yeah, they shouldn't come anymore. You know, no, I'm killing him at home.
They messaged the players. All except me. Yeah. And yeah, the weirdest thing, it felt kind of fishy when Enderine had cartography and was telling me where to send my villagers.
Yeah. Just run there.
Oh,
But
man.
you didn't really ask for help neither, right?
Well, I was only communicating, like, okay, what's happening? But I mean, like, if they just stop the flood, I don't need help. Like, if no more knights are coming, I get my castle up, and yeah.
No, when the ram push came, you probably should have asked for help, but maybe then you were already realizing that they were kind of trolling you.
We can take a look at the VOD together again. Let me see. Ay.
It was the first game, the last one.
Okay, I'll mute myself there. Well, I won my game before with scouts only, so... Okay, I'm showing it on the stream now. Okay, guys, so I'm on the left-hand side is the old me, and here, that's the new me. Like, here. Okay. And now everyone is talking to each other, and then I felt like, okay, and look at that, how low grade points are. So I was pretty sure, like, okay, I'm doing fine. And now more knights are coming, and I thought like, okay, well, they have to go back. I will just build it there, should get my walls up. And it looked like how sharp my walls are and everything, so... Felt like, okay. Nothing going on. Now another tower, that was ugly, but okay, happens. Let's finish the castle, microing some against the knights there. It all felt so good, but only little did I know that more knights. And the worst thing was really when, okay, more trash of the gray player. And let me see, when am I getting enough stone for a second castle? Now even getting longbows out. Look at that. And now I think I can wall everything, but messed up the walls here a bit, and now need to send them all back, and didn't have enough villagers or not enough stone. And now I felt, okay, yeah, it's so easy, like they have to kill the flanks, but now Ram go against me? And I felt like, guys, what are you doing? Henry, what you... And look how focused I'm still staying. I have to be the best team partner in the world, honestly.
Not crying.
Yeah, that I'm not crying here. And not look at that. I bought so much stone that stone is now so expensive that I cannot even buy 100 more for me. Look at my face. It's like not looking too great. And now I knew after Andrew said, yeah, go save worlds here. I knew like oh, something is wrong, and now I start to smile again. And oh god, that was so brutal for me. And I don't know what to do. Trying to send some villagers over. Those are getting killed, and yeah, just trying to flee. And that's the basically end. Just shortly before getting killed by a wolf. And being at pop 2 here, not even sure where's my other... Oh, a trade card. I built a trade card because I had 150 gold left. And now bought 100 stone to build 2 more stone walls. And you see how happy I am with the situation. Oh, feels bad, man. And yeah, the final moments where I'm walling against all those knights, and I feel like, guys, something feels fishy here. And now I'm getting what? I can show you the final moments again. No! Oh. And the tower finished me. Okay.
Next, they say.
And the chat, you can see, going pretty crazy here. Okay, guys. I hope you enjoyed that rewatch. Defeated by Ram. Actually, I think it was the last arrow of the tower. But nonetheless, I would say we can jump into game number 3 here after a beautiful early morning. And congratulations to Australia B for defeating and humiliating me, indeed, in front of several thousand people. And I would say we can jump into game number 3 here. It will be the home map of the Chinese players, and we are playing on Nomad. Tim is picking the Vikings. His teammates are CL with Chinese, Vivi with Persians, and we will see a restart from Tim. Nice and early. We missed nothing, guys. Don't get overexcited. And we'll wait another 4.5 minutes for defeating the best German player. Uh-oh, Grass Jordan, Smiley. Stefan is the best German player. Kappa. No. Nearly recasting Nearly how Nearly is recasting Nearly's gameplay. I actually did that once. For what did I once did that. I'm not really sure why. I don't like to be humiliated. Humiliated. Damn, that's a tough word for me. Humiliated. Is this best of 9 or what? It is 4 games played. So we will see all 4 games no matter the score.
Yeah, I think they both won their games earlier 4-0, right?
Yeah.
So if Brazil managed to win 2 games, the last 2 games, they would still be tied, and I think they would need a tiebreaker, or
I believe.
Not sure what the latest update is there. I think they.
From what I heard, top 8 will be reseeded based on their performance in the group. So, for example, Brazil B won all their games, so they are set pretty nicely. Canada lost 1 game, or did only draw 1 game.
Tied 1.
Yeah, SY did win with even a 4-0 and 2-3-1s, so they should be seated in front of Brazil B, and so forth and so on. So we will see. And second place finishers.
What will if there are like 2 teams having same point?
Then I believe the highest seed from before will be taken over.
The original seed, okay.
Yeah.
So that would mean for Brazil, if they win both games now, they would still be seated ahead of China Frantic.
Brazil A over China Frantic. That's what I believe. Yeah. Frantic might get seed 1 now. Yeah, for sure. If they beat 3-1, they should get the first seed, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, 2-0s, 2-4-0s, yeah. Yeah, but getting an admin win, I believe, there against Vietnam B really helped out. And Austria.
Yeah, but did it? Don't you think they might
No.
have been able to get it for 0-2.
Yeah, probably. And yeah, I'm super excited for Silver League as well. So many incredible teams like Czech Republic, Brazil C, China EMA, Chile B, Austria A, Vietnam B, USA, Spain, and Germany.
Yeah, well, still some time till we will be able to face one of those, if we even make it that far.
I believe you can make it out of the group stage.
Yeah, I believe so too.
If you keep not showing up, Germany A is looking strong. Germany A versus Chile B revenge. That would be sweet.
That was speed, yeah.
That would be so sweet.
Okay, so they did change it live against Bra, right?
Yeah, indeed. Will John play in any games? Well, it's more likely that John can give you an answer than I can. No, he didn't see the Chili B Rex, Andarine. I once asked on a stream, John, I have a question. What would you do if your enemy is going two casted conquistadors? And he was like, I'd probably go for a lot of monks, trying to keep his ego low, trying to stonewall and fall back and let my better ego carry over. So he had not seen those games. He was really like scratching his head and trying to go into strategy talk. But yeah. So Pedro, now 3 weeks later, how would you react to double conks?
Just pause the game and lie down and cry.
Try not to cry and then cry a lot.
And cry a lot, yeah.
Oh. I'm not sure if it's AOM soundtrack or elevator music. Something of those two. Okay guys, then the last try. No more restart, 4.5 spec delay. All good, we are jumping into game number 3. Brazil A needs to catch up if they want to have a better seat here. They are playing on Nomad, Vikings 4 tip. We have CL playing the Chinese Joffrey with the Mayans. We have Vivi very much in the open here with the Persians. On the other side we have Fire playing it with the Mayans. We have Persians for Goku, Vikings for Alive, and I cannot find Riot on the map. What? What am I missing? Rio's
More or less in the middle.
Oh, yeah, here. Chinese. There he is. I was looking at him, but looking at the minimap at the same time. Feels bad, man.
Quite a late I see.
Elclan Bender and Stork. What? Now we're going back to PG Fire. Elclan Bender. Not even sure if he would make it to Germany A at this time. Well, we got Peter, so yeah, probably he would. Sorry, my bad. Was a bit confused.
What?
Okay, Mirrored Civilization, no surprise here. Not really much we can do around those 4 civilizations. No real better choices. Some go for Spanish instead of Persians, but risky, I would say.
Yeah, I think Persians are clearly better. I think maybe if you go for something else, then maybe exchange the Mayans or the Chinese if you want to bring in the Spain. But I think those 4 are the best. Like in old
Oh.
Nomad, I think you could discuss if Chinese or Spain are better, but in this version, you're less likely to not find food. So Chinese are being a bit buffed, I would say.
Yeah, makes sense. Pedro, let's do some autograph cards for Germany A. Like, and Skittle will be
some
there,
what?
I will be there. It's just autographs at the
Yeah.
Gamescom. Like, Skittle will be there, you will be there, Jordan will be there, I will be there. So will we, Anrin, probably not, I assume. So we can all sign them and have them, like, all us facing, like, standing next to each other, crossing our arms, being really cool. And then some big banner of, like, Silver League group stage, first place, only one defeat. Or something like that.
Yeah, hearing that, I don't think I'll come. No, in all seriousness, I won't be there, and I think Skittle neither.
What?
Yeah, I'm doing a trip to the Bodensee at that time. And,
why?
Yeah, Skittle also was checking out the hotel prices, and he just said that he probably won't go.
Sick. Okay, cheers, Batman.
I agree.
Okay. Well, then only John and I will sign.
You're the stars anyways, aren't you?
What's your opinion of Merkel opening at Gamescom? Makes total sense. I played a lot of Counter-Strike with her, and she really knows what she's talking about. So, I think we could not have had a better fit. Obviously, Schäuble is a beast when it comes to playing blobby volley. So... Okay, I can breathe again. And... sorry. That was so evil. Okay, let's focus on the game again. I read so many like racist jokes the other day on my channel. I'm just hoping that I can still make it some more days. Actually, it's very common that politicians do that. Play blobby volley and Counter-Strike? I didn't know that. But nice to know. Nice to learn something new every day. Nothing too crazy going on here. KD 0 for everyone. Goku looking at a strong 5 fishing ship already here. And now we need to take a look. Where is the Vikings having his docks compared to his teammates? So he can protect Joffrey. CL is around and Vivi is around. And the Tyrants are a bit spread up. They have one here, Ryut, on the other side, and all the others are at the right-hand side. Vikings alive. Goku is protected pretty nicely. And yeah, so probably a Grush at the right-hand side over here on this water. Tim against Alive. We'll be deciding quite a bit.
Both should be able to up, I think, quite fast. Both have 2 boars, quite some sheep. So, yeah. Shouldn't be decided by late uptime, I think. And yeah, I think Ryut will also be fine. His dock is so... Or his docks, he's having a second one, is so far away from anyone else's. Also, it seems like 5CM, that is the VB, I believe, scouted him.
Indeed, yeah, interesting move there. Never seen that before, or like not actively at least, that they're actually scouting to see where the Vikings should dock. And look at those houses of Tim. Trying to... I'm 100% sure what he's doing.
Yeah, well, he's scouting this villager where their docks are. And yeah, that villager also is doing his houses. I like it. Oh, he's doing a dock there. What?
Wow, very aggressive stuff. And he's only at 130 food, so it's not like he's having the craziest fast uptime I've ever seen, especially because a life is already up,
A
so...
lot of food on his wills that are on the board, so I think he should be able to click up right after this will.
Yeah. Oh, even going for a next sheep, that's a mistake. 199 food there. But yeah, looking all too solid. But still, 32 seconds later than alive, and created a very short distance for himself. Going for third dog, where is alive with his dogs? Only now sending a villager. Ah, that could be good for Tim, that he's already out there.
Yeah. And their fish will be super safe. While alive will... Okay, the water isn't that wide, so he should be able to def there. But it's definitely more likely that Tim will be able to snipe a few fishing boats of Fire or even Goku than the other way around.
Oh, I see. Oh,
And Goku making a
building
second dock on the other side of the water.
Indeed,
On the other side of the land.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. Okay, anyone going for any land aggression? See Vivi walling quite a bit. We see CL walling quite a bit. So they aren't going for the super crazy openings here. Actually, red is not walled at the left-hand side here. Oh, well, they're a team, so yeah, they are walled. Second dock now for Joffrey as well. And yeah, lots of people playing it way slower than I would have expected.
Yeah, what might be a problem for the Brazilian guys is that life is like at the front and there's a quite open map there. And here is the Grusher, so if Vivi or Joffrey put some pressure on him, that might weaken his Grush.
Well, but Fire is around and he will play it Plumed Archer's defense here with the castle. So let's see how he will play it out. Now first Galleys out here for alive. First two military units on the map. And we will see how Tim will play it out alive with another dock as well. Seems like he will save them for now. And let's take a look. First rating coming in for against Fire. And that will be way earlier than he would have loved to.
And that's what I meant. Fire has to move his fish. Life is able to def him, but yeah, he loses quite some fishing time, plus maybe some fishing boats.
But he already has 900 food, so he's super safe in that regard.
Okay, that's nice.
All good for him. We see Vivi now going for Knights. Joffrey, is he on stone? Yes, so that means he's going for plumes as well. Tim just trying to be annoying, but is losing a lot of HP and sending in more galleys at the front. Not the greatest move here by Alive, not splitting up.
Yeah, looks like Chinese guys all go for army, while for the Brazilians, Goku upped with blacksmith and market, so I assume that he will just boom.
That's interesting. Yeah, well, he is behind Riot, who is going for some knights, so it somewhat makes sense, but...
Yeah,
still...
especially as a Persian, if you are a bit out of the way and have quite some distance to your enemies, I think it's quite nice to just make a mini boom. And then maybe flood everyone with knights or even cavaliers. Plus his fish is also quite safe.
Okay, and now team wall's even finished. Look at that double team wall, basically. They had a team wall green to red, and somewhat included yellow as well. Or he included himself. That's funny. And Joffrey now 4 villagers stonewalling here. He is scared of something that I don't see. Oh, we'll see. Goku's boom now starting. And Fire is
looks like Joffrey maybe also just wants to boom. He's investing so heavily into stone walls and has only 4 builds in stone, so I don't think we see a castle from him instantly. So he probably adds some TCs and yeah, maybe just goes for a boom.
Well, he
no, he's adding
has
stone
5
builds now.
villagers on gold.
Yeah, he just added 4 builds to stone.
Okay. Feels weird though. I agree. Tim now trying to be annoying on the other side as well. Looking pretty solid against the life here. Let's take a look. Military count 11 for Tim, 11 for Alive. Although Alive has more kills. Now going for horse color, not the best upgrade you want to see out of your Vikings player early on here. Sounds super Austrian. Okay, another kill here. Alive in somewhat of a control of the outside here. We see Rio just going for the camel defense, Monastery as well. He will play it super safe. We'll just buy so much time for Goku, who will...
Yeah, I think that's definitely the right decision. He will be against 2 players, probably fielding knights or camels.
And one even going for a Monastery himself. Uh-oh, Spearman super efficient against camels there.
And Joffrey indeed went for the castle. He bought some stone, I think. And fire the castle too.
Okay, so looking pretty nice here for Tim to be annoying, but we'll lose at least 1 dog now, probably 2. And Alive is saving all his fish for his teammates, but they're running somewhat dry. Look at that. Don't see much fish left, so they somewhat need to dock a bit more to the front now.
Yeah, and on the other side, Vivi doing a good job with fires, with his fire ships.
Yeah, I
He
see
just
that.
killed some there. Plus, might be able to take out quite some fish there from Ryud and Goku.
Yeah. Ryud now winning the land here with full camo Mong, so in a good position. Getting convert against the Spearman. Now he could keep the gate open, but actually only palisades walls around, so not the most important thing to kill that now. And now we see CL going for the Monk Rush from the Chinese. After that, that's interesting. Big surprise.
Yeah, quite surprising, but I think I like it. He has to watch out for fire's plumes. But other than that, monks are a great choice here, I think, against Ryud and Goku.
Uh-oh. Vivi overtopped here a bit. Not the biggest thing ever because the TC is close by. Siege workshop now by CL. And he's going for redemption. And Vivi sees it instantly. All good. Might lose 1 villager maybe if he isn't pulling instantly. How is fire? Whoops. Nice move. Now getting the converts done. And Vivi not really reacting here to the plumed archers. Losing 4 villagers, 5 villagers. More than I would have expected.
I think he was microing his airships there. Now getting all the fish, as I mentioned earlier.
So good for them. 22 military here for Tim. 16 only for Alive. Tim should maybe close down the distance, especially because Alive is on the way to Castle Age and Tim is not. So maybe killing off all the galleys would be an option. His positioning at the moment is super bad though.
Yeah, but look at Goku. He's already looking at 65 villagers. Basically 20 ahead of everyone else.
And he's not booming
his
till
boom
him.
is really working out there, I think.
Yeah, but he is now going for the defense upgrade, going for bloodlines, and is adding stables. So that will be a big Castle Age push by him, not waiting till cavalries.
Yeah, not sure if that was even necessary. I think at the moment they have they've got Vivi there quite under control, and he would be in a safe spot to continue booming. And since CL has like 3 monasteries there and is doing a lot of monks, I don't know if like the knights will be super effective. They are walled and have monks and mangonels behind them walls.
Archers now coming in, and Joffrey trying to do some sniping. But Goku should be around, and he should do quite a lot of damage here with those knights against the plumed archers. But CL, Mangonel Monk is one of the best defenses you can have. 100 stone being sent to Vivi, so that he can build another GC. Is it only 2 at the moment? Joffrey coming around, and this looks good. I'm not really sure how much damage the Tyrants will do here.
Resilience.
No, I mean Ryut and Fire.
Okay.
No, yeah, obviously the Brazilians, mate. And yeah, well, Goku with his knights around, but not really getting the kills done as well. Look at that, Goku at this moment, KD 0-10, losing a lot of fish, but not getting a single kill so far. Now going for heavy blow, so his eco will be pretty solid, but
nice.
+2 would have been
Nearly
better.
30 builds ahead now. I think in early imp he will kill everyone.
Let's see if he gets to early imp, and let's see if the diagonal gate is bad for them. Seems like they're walling in. Look at that. We see Vivi being scared of that and was trying to wall behind. But they're holding. And that's a way for Frantic to catch up into this game. But as you said, Goku looking just so strong. Let's take a look. Is he continuing to produce? Or is he going towards imp? And he's not building too many villagers, and he's going for more knights.
Actually, I think holding might not be enough for them. I mean, Tim is okay. He just came up to castle and is looking at a healthy number of galleys, so he still will hold water there. But yeah, Goku will just overboom them all, I think.
The only option is that Goku maybe invests too much into castle age pressure here. He's not switching into cavaliers earlier enough.
Yeah, but he's not adding any more knights now.
Yeah, and he's building the imperial buildings. I just saw it, yeah. And so yeah, he is not doing the mistake. He is adding +2, but yeah, it's looking good for the Americans, indeed, South
Brazilian.
Americans. Yeah.
Yeah, nice forward castle there from Friday, true. So they will have some forward base from where they can push into Vivi's base. And I think once Goku reaches imp, with maybe some rams and cavaliers, they should be able to do the damage.
2 Brazilian players are already on the way to Imperial Age. But Goku clicked up now as well. See, let's take a look. It will be CL and Joffrey. Joffrey losing a lot of plumed archers here against Fire. And when I say a lot, I mean 1. That went out so much better than expected. Goku with all his knights. I believe Joffrey needs to retreat, and he needs to retreat quickly. All the gates will be open. Not sure if that's the best option. That's a market as well. No castle. And he's letting everyone in. Mangonel shots against the plumed archers. Reasonable damage. But that's so bad. Joffrey, what did you do? CL now coming over with all his monks. But that's only 6 monks. Now needs to repair. Or need to convert all those knights. Small pause. The calm before the storm.
Yeah, it looks like CL will try to do cavaliers to support Vivi there. But yeah, he just won't have the numbers Goku is having, I think.
And in the long run, only Cavaliers against the Paladins. And
Yeah.
it feels like it might go that long. Or are they doing the damage now to maybe crash down on the Frantic players here? At the same time, big engagement on the water. 26 military here for Tim. 34 alive, and it looks like those are more as well. And yeah.
Yeah,
alive.
actually, I don't see much going for China Frantic here. I
In
mean, if
all
you look at the
honesty,
map, they have like a quarter of the map, maybe a bit more. Water isn't looking too good, and even if it wouldn't be really important at this point. Riot pushing in with a castle from the left, and yeah, Goku just having so much more army than anyone else.
oh damn, I just wanted to do the joke. At the moment I don't see anything moving in their direction, but now the game continues and Fire is pushing in together with Goku here. CL still did not get the converts going, has 6 monks around, but Joffrey is microing back like a madman. Vivi is looking like, yeah, he cannot really save a lot of villagers. It's dropping down to 50 villagers. At the same time, Tim only at 47. The lowest at the other side is 66 here for Fire for the land players. Now
they
finally
might
getting
even call GG once Goku comes in.
Oh, we will see Riot and no, Fire's on the way to Imp now as well. Riot is getting the gold upgrade, something we don't see too often, and the other cars here at the side, so they will keep Vivi open. And we did see before Vivi very much in the middle of the map, and he's getting flooded all over the map here. CL going for mass cavaliers now, trying to desperately defend that, but yeah, Vivi not having any attack upgrades since he's Persians on his CC, not doing too much damage at all. CL trying to fight it off, but Goku streaming in, going for more cavaliers, and they are keeping that gate open. Look at that, it says locked, but that is a lie. CL now going over here against Riot, trying to get some damage done, but Riot is having some converts as well, having a camel out, or make that too, still full castle fire, TC fire, and he has +1 attack, so that helps out a bit more as well. Finally the gate closes.
Yeah, but Vivi down to population 50. Plus they will easily come in there again, I think, or come from the left side where Riot has his castle.
Yeah, it looks like it. Joffrey is trying to get all his production. Maybe he can do some wonders. CL, look at where he went, all over the map. And uh-oh, it seems like a drop. Back time. Okay, then let's just quickly recap. So, 44 villagers here for Vivi, not looking great for him. We have the two players going for army.
For you?
Yeah, I think so. At what time are you?
At 34:55.
Okay, I'm at
Like
35:29.
Oh, okay.
35:29. Yeah. Damn. Okay, let's take a look. So we have the two army guys. Joffrey, 100 villagers, CL going 83. And we have 120 for Goku and 120 for Riot after that. He's on the way to PH as well. And that will be a third player that Tyrants aren't having. And yeah, it looks like a safe here as well. And take a look at the achievements so far. Maybe overall villager count, but we saw that before. Not really sure what to really take a look at. Basically, we have a good idea on what's going on. Tim and Alive pretty much evening it out, or like playing it pretty dry on the water there.
Yeah, but Alive should be ahead there, I think. I mean, they have similarly military numbers, but he's like 20 vills ahead of Tim. Plus, Tim is kind of running out of a bit in his base. Actually, I don't think we will see a long game if they restart.
I don't think so either, in all honesty. Maybe, yeah, Goku should rack that and...
I don't want to call it, but I don't think we will make it through the split day.
Oh. Pedro, you called so many games already in your life.
I did.
You did, and so often it was wrong.
And so often it was right.
True. Reaper, not very happy with all the breaks and drops. Actually, it's better than I would have expected out of those two teams. Frantic against, or like China against Brazil. Spells disaster, basically. But it's just worlds better than in the old days. I remember playing WCL 2004 or something against Myth, the completely Chinese teams, and we played 3v3, and everyone had ping 6000. And it was horrible. Best of 5 series you could have planned with at least 6 hours, better planned for 8 hours. And it was horrible. It was no pleasure at all. I just played it through, cried a lot, and then, yeah, the wrecks were somewhat enjoyable. But yeah, luckily no one could stream at that time. So people couldn't feel as bad with us.
I think even like 2 or 3 years ago it was way worse. I remember when you regularly had to go on Wobbly China to play against the Chinese guys because they always had FP and other issues, and basically you always had to plan like double the time. So that got way better.
Oh, Neely doesn't micro anyways. Oh. Yo says hi. I say hi. Fire says hi. Typhoon is running in Vivi's house. His power cut off.
Ooh. That Typhoon is called Goku, I think.
You should write that in the chat. They won't be happy, but that's pretty funny.
Yeah. Don't demoralize the players. Some random specs.
It was a pretty bad move by Joffrey to let the crossbows in. They were so well set up behind stone walls, monks, mangonels, plumed archers. Those knights weren't doing anything, and then Joffrey just thought like, "Oh well, it's Troy."
To be fair, I think they would have broken in there anyways. They had like
only an imp, I believe.
A lot of plumes, plus it was only Polywalled or the blacksmith at one point. With all those knights, I think they would have come in anyways. But still, it was a nice move.
Niffer, do you have any chances against China EMA? Yes. I think depending on the settings, we aren't looking too bad against them. I think we have no chance of losing our home map. And all the scrappy maps.
Too often.
Well, I might be playing the home map for a change, and it makes it a bit easier.
Sounds reasonable.
Sounds reasonable, right? But I think it will be quite some time till we play China EMA. Let me think. We're now in week 2 of the group stage. I believe it's 6 weeks long or 5 weeks. Score update. It is updated. Unless they give admin win. No. I can let you
make a little side bet. I say they won't. If they restore, they won't play till the spectator delay is over. Loser has to bring a
A beer
Kiss
to the
dealer
Euroland.
for
what?
to the next NC LAN.
A what? A what?
How is the Kister called? A stack maybe? A box? I don't know.
A tray.
A tray, okay.
Yeah, Vivi
you
dropped. Here's a typhoon. Let me think. 4:30. We have Joffrey. It's really close. I think I have to decline.
Ooh. Not even close. Yeah, if they play over the spectator delay, you only have to bring half a crate. If they don't, I'll bring a whole crate.
Oh. Oh, I couldn't agree more with Lux here. No, I don't want to write anything. I wanted to write like Lux word. Well, it's so tough. Like if we do a vote for or from all the streamers, they would say Brazil got it. But I can see why Frantic wants to continue.
Yeah, obviously they don't see what we see, and from their point of view, it looks still doable. They only see the score difference, which isn't too big. Plus, they don't know what ecos all the players have to back up their armies.
Yeah.
Like they also don't see that he already clicked that in, and
now I want to know why Mr. Yo speaks English, because he learned it in school. It's pretty standard if you're like under 30 and have a high degree that you speak reasonable English if you're Chinese. But still, like 95% don't speak any Chinese, like any Chinese. But like the educated guys speak pretty reasonable Chinese.
English, you mean?
Yeah, English, obviously. They speak pretty reasonable Chinese, I assume, as well, yeah. Alive wants to take a shower.
In game.
Isn't it like the graduation test? Or like the school end test in China? It's like the worst test ever. It's like 2 days of 10 hours of writing or something. And I took a look at it. It's like they're 18 and 19 and it's really tough. Like the math is pretty hard, and they have to write some huge paragraphs, philosophical ones, and like economic stuff, and like so much grammar, and it's all in English, I believe. I once read like an article, like 5-sided article of it, and tried to do the math stuff, and I'm pretty good at math, I would say. And some of these tasks took me like 20 minutes to finish. And that should really burn you out. And some of them are learning half a year for that one test.
Easy stuff.
For you. Mifa, what do you say to all the news lately about teachers having sexual relationships with students? Are there more news than normal? I believe the rate didn't increase. 2 billion? Well, not 2 billion, but like 1.6 billion.
think it's more like 1.3.
Oh, they
1.4.
can't. Well, it seems like there are different. Yeah, like Mandarin is the most common one in China, and there are other like Chinese languages. Oh, okay. So update the scoreboard. He said it will be 2-1. So you would have won, Pedro.
Damn it.
And they will go for the fourth
You
one.
chickened out.
No, didn't chicken out. It's like, okay, Pedro, let's bet for 1 beer. You have 3 minutes time to name me all numbers from 1 to 1 million. Oh, you can't do it? Oh, you chickened out.
For one crate you said pretty close, but you have to decline. That would imply that half a crate would be a
No,
good,
I
good
declined
odds for
even
you.
half of one and 2-1. I felt like it would end before 4.5 minutes, so you would have had to give me pretty good odds.
Okay.
And now the spectator didn't even start, so I think we have to avoid it anyways, if we even bet.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. China is super strong in international math Olympiad because of super tough university math test. Okay.
Also, Wu will be stepping in for Vivi now, right?
Probably.
Also, Brazil is still able to get the 2-2 and to get their
Better seat.
better seed than Frantic.
Yeah. Fraud news nearly, fake news nearly. Okay. Reaper Creeper. Well, okay, you probably want to have a more complex answer than that. Obviously, it's the responsible of a teacher to have, or the responsibility of a teacher to have a teaching relationship with their students only. I can also see why they can feel some attraction for each other, and it's so easy for a student to like relieve that attraction or like that feeling of attraction than it is for a teacher, because he is always in the effed up situation, and therefore he or she obviously yeah, it's get pushed into weird corners sometimes. But obviously, as a responsible human being, and most of the times an adult, you should know your limits and pull your limits there. And, or like not pull your limits, but set your limits. And yeah, like I'm not saying anything new. Like it should not happen. That's what I want to say. Yeah. The channel is so awkward. Yeah, that was weird. What if your teacher is your mother? Even then, yeah. Did the life play dirty? Not really. What do you teach, Neely? Math and social science, primary school. What if you are falls in love with a streamer asking for a friend? Well, that's another relationship, right? You can choose who your streamer is. You cannot choose who your teacher is. And your teacher isn't like 20 years older than you. Do any of your students watch the stream? No. You learn social science in primary school? Well, something like that, yeah. There isn't really a phrase in English for the subject. Damn, I think I really explained pretty poorly what I wanted to say. Neely's a teacher. Somewhat. Not for long, if someone is sending those videos to my city. Neely, can two teams that have already played in the group stage play directly in the next stage? I think no. That should be avoided. A teacher of love. Oh.
Does it?
For
Will it
students.
be avoided?
Yeah, pretty sure. You cannot set Argentina and SY in the same group now. Like, I would understand to make the bracket that way, that they only can face each other in the winner bracket finals. It's normally how it works.
Yeah, but if you then it's kind of weird to reseed after the group stage, right?
Well,
Because then you can't really make a proper reseeding.
guys, let's wait for all the results, then we know. Yeah, that makes sense what Rob was saying. Yeah, sometimes they have to play each other maybe. But normally it should be that those are on the other side of the bracket.
So, Robo, you were saying then
What?
it will be...
What is happening here? We're kicked from the Rubli. Idle spectator not allowed. Robo, can you pull me please?
Oh, do you have the
What?
password?
How? Oh, do I? How could I?
I can message it to you. Will it show up in stream now, if I do?
No, not. You can message me. Alligator 1, 2. Oh damn! I said it. Oh, it's incorrect.
What?
Robo, pull me! Limp! Someone!
Maybe because they changed host or something?
Maybe. Can you pull me in game 3? Oh, Limb can't either. No power. Paladin can. That's so weird. And I got kicked because I was too idle in the lobby. What? I have a higher access level? Well, maybe I just... I'm a promoter, I'm a streamer. Oh, and Paladin doesn't know how he can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that works. I'm not sure if that really worked here. Bully gives you the idle spectator not allowed no matter why you were kicked. Well, maybe Tim was just annoyed of me.
Yeah, something
we know-
seems weird. Earlier, I also got kicked and Fire said he didn't kick me.
It's so weird. Okay, and then do we know the map?
Yeah, it's Ghost Lake.
Oh, sweetie.
Yeah, and actually, I think this map might determine for China Frantic if they win, they should have first seed, I think. And if they lose, they might 1, 2, 3 even get fourth. I think this map decides if they end up in first seed or in fourth.
Waiting room, waiting room. Memp has secret
Seems like
kicking powers. Likely.
we still have some time left. I'll be right back in like 1-2 minutes.
Okay, I will spam some waiting room. Oh, Reaper, no! Don't go! Hi. Why is Lux messaging me? I can watch both, but it seems like it takes a long time anyway. Yeah. It's 2-2 tie. Nah, now Lux is asking the questions. Who grew first? I will tell him, doesn't matter. I will say they reseed. Based on performance of group stage. Yeah, getting too many viewers of Escape AOE, but maybe everyone is just drying them out on Escape AOE to be back in 4 weeks when Nilly will be on Escape AOE. 3 minutes in. Well, they're already starting it half an hour early, but yeah, people aren't getting as excited as they were.
Still no spectator countdown. And Whoop being shown as AFK.
Not looking too great here. It's really tough to communicate with Lux. So Pedro, tell us your story from yesterday evening.
Ooh. I even still remember most of it.
Oh, that's never a good sign.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, tell some funny stories.
I'm not sure if I should talk about your life on stream now.
I'm fine with it.
Oh, actually, I'm just checking out the Cape stream. They will have some interesting players up next, I think.
Oh god,
Some guy
is
called
it Neil?
Neilford.
Oh no.
Some guy called Neilford.
Let me see.
Soon.
So where in Germany is
Neilford,
Pedro from?
Neilford.
He sounds really Austrian when he speaks English, but he's playing from Germany.
Tough one, actually. I mean, there's a couple of people here who could really. I mean, obviously,
How
the
does
big
the
ones for me are
Austrian
Doubt,
sound?
Winchester, and MBL. Obviously, only one of these guys is going to make it through, and we're going to start seeing those guys matching up in the semi-final, which will be the next round. But if I'm not mistaken, we're going to do just one round of 8 match, and that's going to be the Winchester versus Nupford game.
The highlight.
Then I have to
and
agree.
Then we'll move on to cover all of the semi-finals and finals after that, which will be best of 5s. And joining you for that will be, I believe, Milmano when he makes it back from work as well.
Cool. I don't know this guy that you speak of, Milmano, but yeah, that's
Oh,
okay.
sorry. I meant to say mailman.
Oh, the mailman. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the mailman. Yes. All right. So, yeah.
Must be
let's go
horrible for
ahead
guys who have both
and
streams on at the moment.
Load up our first game. I think the chat want to see some action. And
Alright.
I think I'm interested.
There's
to see
so
what
much
Nupford
going
can
on.
do versus
You
Winchester,
don't
who
know,
saw
don't even know
Winchester in the
which
final last
stream to
week.
look at.
And Nupford, we've not seen too much of him because he dropped out last weekend. And I'm interested to see what he can do against the Winchester here.
Everyone is interested to see what he can
I'll
do.
Load it up and ready whenever you're ready to rock and roll. I'll put
You can
the,
also
stream on so
open
that people can see
MemTV
it,
and
not just
Woobly
your
Official.
voice.
And then you have
Whenever you're ready to
4
rock and
times
roll.
Lobby Simulator.
Yeah, I'm absolutely ready. I'll let you count us down since you're the stream operator today.
Alrighty then, let's do it in 3, 2, 1, go.
Fantastic. And I'll let you do the intro as well.
Oh, lovely. Okay, here we are. It's Killer B. I'm here with Zach, Mr. Zero Empires himself. It is the Escape Gaming Euro Cup. This is the quarterfinals. This is a special match that we're highlighting here today. It is Nili versus Winchester going at it to see who's going to make it into the semifinals in this week. Of course, as I said, I'm joined by Zach, and I will throw it to you, my friend.
Hello, everyone, and thank you very much for tuning in. Very much looking forward to this best of 3. Up to the northeast of the map, in the purple, we have Winchester playing as the Chinese. Now, Winchester made it through to the final last weekend, where he faced Tato, and eventually lost to Tato in last week's qualifier. But he's here once again. He's back to see if he can make it through to the final and maybe go home with a ticket to the Gamescom LAN this weekend. And down to the southwest of the map in the red, we have Nupford playing as the Chinese. Now, Nupford will be attending the LAN no matter what happens here, since he will be attending as a caster as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing him and potentially Winchester in Germany in August. But Killer B, what do you think to the map here? And maybe, well, actually, for the viewers, this is
Hey,
Valley.
what suits are we going to see?
What do you think to the players' maps in particular there?
Chinese mirror, I would
Maps
say.
Real quick, I noticed Winchester has a nice back gold pile, back stone. Actually has a second gold pile near the back, so his map is decent. Nili's got one really nice nested back gold. His wood lines aren't...
Nice nested backward. I love Killer B so much. His wording and his voice is so good. Okay, so Spectator started and we are on to Ghost Lake. Then I would say we will see Hans, we will see Mayans, we will see Spanish, and we will see
Mongols?
Mongols. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right. Okay.
Maybe Chinese instead of Mayans or Spanish? I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't like Mayans too much, but
Everyone else seems to.
okay, Lux is just writing here that in case of a 2-2 Brazilian advances, Yo thinks that is a joke, but Lux makes an argument that the earlier seeding definitely reflects their skill and that he thinks it's very fair and asks Yo what better idea he had, and Yo's saying he doesn't have a better idea. Yeah.
But one could
Then
make
they're
an
silent.
argument. One could make an argument that if they played against each other and they played 2-2, the team that was leading 2-1 should have the better seat because they were in a disadvantage because the other team was able to pick the last map.
Pedro coming up with over 80 IQ ideas. Am I using Google
As
Translate?
usual.
No. as seen before. Yeah. Okay, so maybe you should write that in Mandarin as well. But I would say we can jump into the fourth game. I'm rude? Why am I rude? Peter should be tournament advisor instead of me. That would make so much more sense.
I couldn't agree more.
A guy who can actually think. And we don't see narratives. We see Hans for Tim. His pocket will be CL with Mongols, Wu with Chinese, and Joffrey with Mainz. So they skip the Spanish. On the other side, we have Rio to flank with Mongols, his pocket Goku with Hans, Spanish for Fire, and Mayans for Life KGB, skipping to Chinese.
Very interesting.
So Brazil is basically going with the civilizations that we kind of expected of them. And we see Spanish skipped here by Frantic players. Does it mean they don't want to go in a longer game, or why? I believe Spanish is such a better pick compared to Arabia.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not sure neither. Maybe they just want to play it really aggressive. Or they felt like it's... I would agree that it's a better pick compared to Arabia. Like on Arabia, Spain should be weaker than here. But one could make an argument that on maps like Ghost Lake, it's easier to defend against those crazy Spanish forwards that we've usually seen on Arabia lately. Because it's easier to wall off. But on the other hand, you also can, as a Spanish guy, you can easier wall off and go for conquistadors or something. So yeah, I still would prefer Spanish. By the way, perfect positions for the Brazilians here. Both Palacios at the pocket, Mainz and Mongols flank.
Perfect
While the Frantic guys have no Palacios in pocket. Well, they only have one, but that's Hans, that's flank. So not really optimal for them.
Yeah, puts them in a weird position, I have to say. And yeah, still a lot of sheep in the middle to get grabbed. Maybe some deal. See some extra sheep here for Tim. Even getting one scouting and stealing a boar here off a live KGB. Whoopsie! Not getting the boar. And fires around as well. What is Tim doing? Getting a lot of damage done here against the scout. Down to 11 HP. Okay, Peter, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm just watching the scout battles. Tim is stealing a boar. I don't know if you
Oh, yeah! Down to 4 HP. And fire, yeah. Uh-oh, not a great start for Tim. And pretty bad 2 boars, I have to say. So Tim, not with the best start.
The boar is still sticking around. Maybe Tim will be in times as well. No, he won't.
Nope. And what a weird mill. Oh, 1 tile away from the berries. Yeah, he wants to have the shorter distance towards the deer, but no, Pedro. No!
Yeah,
let me teach you something.
Very good.
Okay.
I would have put it there, exactly there.
Yeah, I know. Okay. How often do your villagers go from the mill to the berries?
That's not really relevant, but if you put it attached to the berries, they sometimes run around the mill, which costs a lot of time, plus you have way harder time to wall them in against the drush, which is likely to come from alive. If you put the mill like here, you can easily wall them in with some palisades, and they still work perfectly fine. You still can get all the berries. You won't be in trouble like over chopping.
Okay, I like the wall thing. And for starters, he thinks he's against fire. Because he didn't scout anything of alive and only saw the scout of fire so far. And why does the life have such a low eagle? To fight something against CL here? It looks like it. I
Yeah,
think
he
Riot
tried
wants to
to
use the
steal
mill
earlier
as
and took a fight, yeah.
he wants to use the mill as wall. Okay.
Yeah, could also be a reason.
Okay.
Checkmate, Neely. Checkmate.
We can agree on check. But if he isn't walling and there's no drush coming, then oh, my pawn is suddenly very strong.
Okay, I agree to that. Yeah, another interesting thing to mention is that I think Frantic will have a lot harder time to team wall if they decide to. Like
Yeah.
with the ice between Whoop and CL, it's basically more or less impossible to team wall there. At least in the earlier stages.
Yeah.
While Brazil doesn't have the perfect team wall, but they still could manage to do so if they wish.
Yeah, agreed. And the life is going for barracks here early on. And he will be looking to get some sheep stolen, maybe attacking the scout, but running back for now.
On the other side, Joffrey only with 3 on wood, so doesn't look like he wants to rush. Maybe first feudal archers or something.
Let's see, and he's going for the northwood there. Not 100% sure. Yeah, it is pretty small one to set to lumber camp set, but that's extremely far away, if you ask me.
Yeah, it is, but yeah, as you said, the south one's quite small, and like the one to the right, those are not the biggest, as the one in the back is a bit safer. I think it's a okay choice.
By the way, Peter, do you speak fluent Spanish as well?
No, yes, I do. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's funny how everyone thinks you're Austrian.
I speak fluent Austrian too.
Fluent Austrian? Austrianish? Oh, Timmy's Revol's walling. Let's take a look. 8 tiles to wall, 4 to go, and he's not making it. Life is in to Militia and the Eagle Warrior. His Scout was just idle, 4 HP, and now getting in, doing the damage here. 1 Militia down, 2, 16 HP. Woobly crashed for Alive. The game dropped, and yeah, Alive, very open gold spot here. Will be an interesting game to see.
Yeah. Did you look at Tim's mill, by the way?
No, and I never will. Okay, then back to escape streaming and see how Nilfred plays over there. I heard he is a special one. I believe game 1 was so horrible. Was that
Quite quick up in comparison by the looks of things. At the moment, Winchester just continuing to pump out the archers, sending a small group out right now. That's 5 moving over the map, getting that gold mining upgrade because he's going to need a lot of gold coming in as he gets to the Castle Age and wants to keep that military production going. Going to want to make sure to get fletching and bodkin arrow, and you can see fletching coming in from the blacksmith right now for Vinch. As Nilfred will click up to the Castle Age as well. And I mean, this is usually the case with the Chinese wars. You know, players like to try and get castle fairly soon. And obviously, if they can delay techs until the Castle Age as well, bear in mind the Chinese get cheaper technologies.
Looking tough for
If they
Nilfred.
can delay some techs until
Why?
they get to castle, that's also
3 votes ahead?
resource saving. Worth keeping in mind.
And 1.5 minutes
absolutely, and
behind.
I'm watching
Castle
Vince
time.
coming forward with a small group. He's going to pass like ships in the night. Nilly's army, which goes past him. Nilly is not fletched up yet, but fletching is on the way. He's got 7 or so.
Not
archers
fletched
going
up
forward.
yet.
They're going to try to push on that same flank that the scouts came in on, but there are double ranges there for Vinch with archers garrisoned. So Vinchester here seems to have a really nice strategy. He's got a couple archers to keep his opponent busy, but he's mostly playing a little defensively until he hits the castellation.
Yeah, just sending a small group out never hurts. I mean, he knows that Nopeford's fully walled, so it's going to be difficult to do any damage.
But no reason to not lose builds as the wood line.
On the left side still. There's a small gap, obviously, between the ranges and the wood line where
Damn it, I was
is,
kicked.
I guess a little exposed. But I like the way that Vinchester's built his map out. Look at his house and his blacksmith. They're actually like outposts, because he did town watch to get the extra line of sight on the buildings, and he can actually see
So incredible how he found me there.
thanks to that. Now, Winchester going immediately with Thumb Ring here, which is a beautiful move. And look at this. Nopeford's going to get trapped in the corner as Winchester closes in. Thumb Ring's about to finish. He's got Bodkin Arrow, and Nopeford's going to lose his whole army here. I don't see how we can get out of this. Winchester, even Mike,
Not even a single kill.
Beautifully done. Taking minimal damage. And
that was so ugly.
Really good. Basically, the best trade possible.
Yeah, and while we were watching that, Vinch did sneak those couple of archers forward, which are now crossbows, and he totally neutralized one of Nilly's wood lines, almost grabbed a Vil. Nilly's had to do some panic quick walling, and it's going to be a little bit of a tricky time. As you said, Nilly losing the main part of his army. Town center now coming down, second TC.
Speculate 3 minutes.
Nilly not only losing some
game number 4, Brazil against China.
Lines in an archer war is going to be really awkward.
How did you get in? Did Robo move you in earlier?
I was in the whole time.
Right now, Winchester's broken a hole in that wall as well, so he can continue to threaten that. He is going to send his other army to the north, I guess directly south, and maybe
I mean, like
try and
right before this game started.
Nopeford's building the TC. That's a very thin wood line. He could try and hit that side.
I never left the room.
Basically, just keeping Nopeford contained at this stage, making
Are you getting
obviously
dementia or something?
A lot of comfort.
What are we talking about?
You know that. Okay, well, I can see when my
The Woobly game?
space. I'm not going to worry about.
I'm in Woobly, yes.
You know, surprise
Game 3.
Yeah, but right
You
before
just
the
put on the
game
pressure,
started,
dictate
when you
the
didn't
pace of
remember
the
the
game,
password,
decide
how
where I
did
want
you
to
get it?
attack, when I want to
Or the
attack.
password was wrong?
I was pulled. I was pulled by
No, by
Paladin.
Robo.
So Vinch is
By
actually going to
Paladin.
come into the gold here, and he could probably hit those
Ah,
bills, forcing Nopeford off of gold
Probably
as well.
Robo
But
moved me in.
Nopeford does have the gold in the back, which is fortunate for him. Currently losing one villager so far, but needs to move the rest away before he loses more.
Yeah, and it is probably worth noting as well that left side of Nilly's base has a big hill, a great hill for Vinch to make a push on, and the right side of Nilly's base also has a big hill on it. So if Vinch continues to be the aggressor here, he's going to have some really nice hill advantages to put maybe a forward siege workshop down on. While I say that, we are seeing Nilly going with the siege workshop as we speak. So it's 2 TCs, a siege workshop,
1 minute speculate.
5 military units for Nilly. He's going to need a good mangonel shot to defend against this army coming in from Vinch.
Yeah, absolutely, and this is the problem with losing his army up in the north. He just can't hope to equal Winchester's numbers without adding a third range at this point, because both players.
Oh, Vils were even at this point.
All day long. Vinch, they're going to break through.
KD 7 to 20.
Careful here not to lose too many Vils in the wood line. He's going to run them away, but now he's pushed off of wood completely.
Sounds like out
And
microed.
if Nopeford can't get wood, then he's in big
well,
trouble. As
the top
Mangonel's
north was
coming out
pretty
in just a
ugly.
second. Let's see if he's able to get the Mangonel shot he needs. Oh my goodness, so many villagers going down. The Mangonel's out though. But Winchester is so close to the Mangonel it can't shoot. And I think that might even be the end for Nopeford right there. The Mangonel's going to go down for free. And that's going to hurt.
Oh,
That's gonna hurt.
Crushing and good call.
Dude.
That is the
Crushing. Oh, that is crushing indeed. So ugly. Okay, guys, game number 4. We are continuing and we are looking into the Drashy of a live KGB. And he is pulling back at the last time. Tim, beautifully walling with the mill, as we mentioned before, and everyone should know and do. And trying to get some gold, but needs to go back a bit here. Woodline, and let's take a look at the other side. We see Joffrey with a lot of walls. Did you lose? We saw till the GG. I lost the first game. But it's a best of 3, so you never know.
Hype.
Hype! Comeback chance! Watch Speed Scout Tim actually doing some damage. CL round. And let's take a look. 1 archer, 1 skirmish out. And what else? Is something happening? And, oh, the big team wall is coming here. Joffrey, together with some stone walls. And yeah, looks like he will set up the team wall. at least towards Whoop, where the Chinese should be going for knights. At least that's what we're expecting of him. And the Drash now being fought off. The scout of CL going down. Let's take a look. Archer still safe. Needs to go further back, maybe even into the TC. Skirmish is helping out some. And now fire of the TC helps out. Going on to a lot of villagers on gold. And that will be archers. And playing archers into the face of a Mongol player. I'm a bit surprised by that. Peter, say something. Oh no, you're not in the game, right?
From Joffrey or what?
From Tim.
Into the Mongol player? Into the Mayans
player. Yeah. Hey, you're not in the game, right?
No, I'm.
Okay.
I think Robo put me in.
Okay, let's take a look. Opa.
Yeah, the rush was super effective.
Yeah, killing 2 villagers over here, keeping him completely at home. Tim not reacting properly.
Yeah, keeping him so long out from the gold, so he was forced to do skirms. And they won't help too much once the first Knights from Fire are out.
Yeah, super true. And Tim in a world of trouble here.
Yeah, and the life is following up with a flush, it seems.
Yeah,
Going directly into archers.
Yeah, will be pretty strong. On the other side we have Riot running around, but cannot really hit anything as well. Maybe he just runs over to CL. Seems like that's his best choice at the moment, but that's quite a long time until he gets there. Pretty defensive game.
Kind of weird walls coming up from Goku. Not sure if they want to close it there, or if they want to make a team wall without a life, or...
Looks like a team wall without a life. Or maybe even just Goku and Fire. Goku and Riot, I mean. It is weird.
Possible. Fire is going for 2 stables, by the way, so they will really try to put on the pressure on Tim.
Yeah, but only 5 on gold.
Yeah, CL also on 2 stables. Basically all the pockets are doing 2 stables. Interesting.
We'll see. Tim now trying to go for some aggression here, but alive, sitting behind stone walls, at least at some part, and now building an outpost over here. Should be pretty fine. And as we said before, just 1 or 2 knights from Fire will clear up everything. Oh, actually it was open here. Alive, losing a villager. Now wants to build a stone wall. Yep, went up to 900 HP. Young Feudal getting to 1.8k.
Oh, look at Riot! Look at Riot's archers.
Oh,
at
how did
CL's
they?
Wood. What the hell? And they will have some really nice pickings there.
Yeah, we'll get 4 villagers.
Well scouted.
Yeah, and going over the whole map here. Will easily get cleared up obviously by the knights of CL, but look at that. Falling down to 26, now 27 villagers. CL, and that's something that you absolutely don't want to happen, especially if you're Mongols. You don't want to take any losses and want to transition into those Mangudais quite nice and early. But we'll be reasonably set down now. Or set back.
Yeah.
Joffrey camping at the front. Look at that KD of Joffrey. Nothing.
Oh, look at Goku's Knights. If he finds Whoop's TC there, but I don't think he's going there.
Oh no.
That would be huge.
Maybe he's even sending more villagers here to the backwood. Might think that he can do some damage there, but we will see. Where is... Oh, that's all sheep. Nothing too special. Our archers cleared up. And CL actually lost a knight here. 27 HP and 19. Oh no, he just pulled him back. Nice, Michael. And now Joffrey and Whoop going for the kill. Going aggressively here. Oh, Whoop taking a lot of damage against the archers here of Riot, who's camping quite nicely. But that's a tough area to hold, I would say. Building all his buildings
definitely need
down
some
the hill.
support from Goku there. I think Goku just went for the initial 4 knights and then didn't build a single one since then.
Yeah, but got a kill off. Perfect game so far by him when it comes to losing no units at all. And now obviously the mill here at the front, the weak point, and you could raise the question, is it such a good idea to have a mill up so much up front? Actually, the mill has more HP than the stone walls. Goku going for a second layer of palisades. Oh, that's that I don't even know. And Goku needs to go for more knights. You're trying to defend here. Getting some kills against Whoop. And yeah, keeping Joffrey at home. Tim now up to Castle Age. Basically at the same time as Alive. But doing more and more damage here against CL. Look at that. Goku doing some damage. Fire around. Killing a monk. Forcing those villagers off. And it's looking worse and worse for CL here.
Yeah,
going down to
poor CL.
30s.
Everyone is on him. Like all 4 players have made a visit to his town already.
Yeah, wow. Really getting the Mongols player down here. Now Tim is coming over with some archers running into 10 knights. Not 100% sure how efficient that should be. And that monastery is not doing great. And yeah, look at that. 36 villagers. Compared to both in the mid 50s for the other 2 pockets. Joffrey now trying to find another angle here against Riot at the front. Maybe a siege workshop would do something, and indeed he's sending a villager forward.
Yeah, to control that hill there with siege would be really nice. He could take out the archery ranges there and get himself access to Riot's base.
Yeah, and allows a lot of raiding of 2 wood lines, controls 1 gold here at the side, another gold here at the front, a stone in the long run, which will be super nice against the Mongols player here, who wants to have all the stone spots to really get his Mangala production rolling. But that's, speaking of future scenarios at the same time, so some raids against CL, or at least the threat of raids around here. Fire now going for the +1 defense and adding more stables. Alive with his crossbows, or soon to be crossbows, around. Tim is now going for a stable building with 5 villagers. Seems like he really wants to get bloodlines. And yeah, going for CA as it seems. But just wants to get his crossbow numbers a bit higher for now. Now the aggression here in the face of Riot, and it feels like at the moment, I cannot really say. I would say Brazilians ahead, but Riot is
Brazil
still
definitely ahead. I'd say Brazil is definitely ahead, but China could get some momentum for them if they manage to push Riot here.
Look at Tim's army. Oh no, look at his non-existent army. Losing a lot of expos there without really doing any damage against the big numbers of Alive and Fire around. And now needs to pull the villagers here at the front, and he is in somewhat of trouble. Rio trying to defend without a siege workshop at the moment. Rams and Mangonels will be very efficient. Where is Goku?
Yeah.
Ryut trying to save some of the villagers. Feels like Ryut already has ballistics, but that's a bit early, right?
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
He
sweet.
does, but so does Jeffrey.
Okay.
They both instantly made university. But Goku is coming in with some knights and he's researching +2, so once he has that, he should be able to defend this, I think. But till then, Ryut might suffer a bit.
Oh, Whoop is now going for a lot of knights as well. Maybe they can do some wonders. Let's take a look. Mangonel overextending a bit. Those knights will easily snipe the Mangonel now. Only getting minimal damage there with the +2, as Pedro mentioned. At the same time, it seems like CL and Tim together can hold. And Frantic is, on a good way to crawl themselves back into the game. But now Goku has so many more knights, having the +2. Only 3 knights here out by Whoop. I'm a bit surprised how few units he has. Big Mangonel shot against Rio though. Can he get a second one? No. Joffrey needs to micro back, but cannot really do enough. We see complete production here of Whoop over to that side, but maybe a little late.
Yeah, I think they should be able to clear this up.
Now Tim's aggression here at the front, and both stone spots here very aggressively for real life means that Bloom Dodger's transition will be tough in the long run, but for now he should just focus on getting all the crossbow numbers out. He is facing knights without any defense upgrades, so it should be fine. Rio can rebuild a TC, is controlling that area, and we are slowly crawling into that 2-2 direction, I have to say. Big problem is really CL. 72 villagers, to say only.
Yeah, I think Brazil has a solid advantage. Plus, with Spain against China as civs in the late game, they should have the advantage anyways. So they're in a pretty good position at the moment. Looks like they can clear up Joffrey's forward now too.
Oh, Fire getting some converts against him. And suddenly, Cialan looking too shabby with his knights. Staying here with the aggression is Joffrey. And seems like both Frantic teams kind of sieging the flanks. Just waiting to see that the pockets are outproducing. Tim trying to find another angle with his CA. Let's see if he finds one. Maybe 2 or 3 villager picks here on the wood line, but except that, I believe will be very tough for him. He's keeping up the production, at least that's what I'm hoping for him. He's going to the left-hand side over. That's a bit confusing to me because those CAs won't really change the battle. Is he going to raid or is he going... Not 100% sure. Fire's over at the left-hand side as well.
Yeah, he actually could raid really nice when you look at Fire's base in the back there or Goku's wood there in his back and the gold. They're not really protected. So there would be some sweet raiding spots, but obviously Frantic guys don't know that.
Oh, big engagement here on the left-hand side. Sorry for interrupting. Whoop is coming in as +2/+2. Goku as well. And the nice numbers here for the Knights of Whoop, I would say. But Goku is not looking too shabby either. Joffrey is trying to patrol on the hill. Not 100% sure if they have the numbers. More coming in from both pockets here. It feels like Whoop has more. Rio might lose all his crossbows here. Trying to get a siege production up. Maybe they had the idea of winning here. But it feels like Whoop just whooping Goku off this hill, and therefore Joffrey should be able to continue to push. He's going full crossbows on the other side. We have a big engagement as well. Life is pushing in Fire, and they are winning this so convincingly. Tim's army completely missing. He is over and raiding against Goku, so it seems like the left-hand side will be won by the Frantics, and the right-hand side will be won by Brazil A. Let's see what side is dying earlier. CL on the way to Imperial H. He is Mongols and he already has a castle up. So if we can see him going on to Elite Mango Dice and fight off those Paladins and Arbalest, I might be in a good spot. Lots of... What is going on here? Rio, the siege works Mangonel from behind, getting so many crossbows. Not spotting that by Whoop, and Rio looking in a tough position here.
Yeah, its pop is also really low.
Only 60 villagers, 5 military at the moment. Whoop up, Joffrey up, CL up. That means 3 Frantic players on the way to Imperial Age, now with an aggressive castle here. And the only problem is Tim is not getting really onto the pop that he wants, trying to re-stonewall, and now they need to do some damage against CL if you ask me. I'm not sure if that's the right decision of Fire to go over and raid Whoop, because Whoop is only the Chinese player, but doing more damage against the Mongols would be the better choice. Mangolai needs to jump into the castle. Let's take a look how much damage they are able to do.
Yeah, he's probably afraid that CL's having castles at home, plus the archer upgrades for his DCs. But yeah, to be honest, Ruud isn't looking too good. Once Joffrey is in there with that castle, I don't see how Ruud can hold on to his base, to be honest.
Yeah, and we are saying, yeah, Spanish are better than Chinese, but in all honesty, most of the times Mongols wins in those games. Oh, alive! Completely suicide castle here at the front. Knights of Fire around and a lot of crossbowmen here as well for life. So you will get that castle up, but they're losing some more villagers here. Maybe a big mangonel shot here. Let's take a look. And alive, someone's running into it. Ah, reasonable shots, I would say.
Yeah, so as you said earlier, it will really be which side wins faster. Like, Tim probably looks.
Let's take a look at the left hand side. Sorry.
Oh
no. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, Tim also looks will have a lot of problems against Alive, so yeah, it will be Joffrey pushing Riot and Alive pushing Tim. Oh, but the Cavaliers from Fire might save the day for Riot.
Oh, big engagement here in Riot's base. No Cavalier attack just yet. But let's see, Fire is coming over. I think he would have enough. As you can see, the Brazilians are just falling back, waiting for Fire to come over. And those knights now completely stomping what Joffrey has. Only +2 defense, no chemistry as well. Mangonel could kill from behind, and Whoop should just run. Joffrey trying to micro as best as he can, but that will all get killed here. That second castle won't go up. Fighting under the range of the castle really helps out, but only so much. And that was a big loss here for Joffrey and Whoop at the side. Look at what all attacks are running at the side. And we can see endless amount. Look at all those blue dots here in the middle of the map. So many sheep. Fire, indeed, trying to carry for his team. Right hand side, Alive is continuing. Tim needs to repair his mangonel. Villagers are being sent over. No, not really. And oh, that castle will go up. Tim in a world of trouble, but he's up to Imperial Age as well, 75% so far. Goku will continue. We'll get all the upgrades. Whoop will be... yeah, we'll be taking to heavy camels now. I believe a good addition against 2 paladin pockets.
Yeah, definitely.
Same time, CL already attacked to elite Mangolai.
Yeah, but he still not the most efficient unit against those booms. I mean, they still are lacking a lot of upgrades.
Yeah.
But in the long run, it would be really nicer to have paladins there. And I think it's really going to hurt them that Tim's having the only paladin stuff is is being so much behind. So that means that they won't have paladins for quite some time.
Oh, Goku now getting another big raid in against Whoop here. And they're pushing at this front. Joffrey trying to get another castle up, but honestly, that was very optimistic, knowing that just 60 Cavaliers cleared up all your base and you're trying to rebuild castles at the very place. And I'm a bit surprised how far on, like, how close the score still is. Because at the moment it's like Rampage left-hand side, Rampage right-hand side, Rampage in the middle. It just looks so good for Brazil.
Yeah, I agree. Quite surprising. The Will numbers look quite similar, except for Tim, who's behind. But still feels like way more than 300 points. On the other hand, Goku and Fire are both stacking Paladin, which obviously yeah, lowers your score a bit. Once those techs are finished, they will be ahead more. It's post for you too, right?
Yes, it is. Okay, those castles of life should be falling, or at least the one at the front here. Then those armies might clash against each other at one time. Alive losing all his plumed archers here in the range of the town center, but will kill a lot of Tim, who is now taking 4 cavaliers as well, but only at 69 villagers. Will be a tough task for him. And game is continuing. Goku getting more and more kills in. KD 9090 for him at the moment. Joffrey getting 2 castles at home. Should be sending more villagers on stone. Probably pulled those villagers away from the stone mine here at the front, but getting more raids here in the back. So ugly for him. And that's just so annoying. All of the players dropping heavily in villager count. CL, the only hope, but Frantic is taking the score lead at the moment. What are we seeing? Why? Peter, explain it to me, please.
Yeah, as you said, CL is their hope, and yeah, Life still doesn't have +4, doesn't have chemistry, doesn't have elite plumed archer, so his plumes are no match to the Mango dice. And yeah, I mean they are countering the ratings with those camels quite efficiently.
Okay.
But still, I think Brazil has the advantage here, definitely. You can see both teams are setting up trade now, but yeah, here again Brazil has the way safer trade route, at least for now, while Frantic has the trade in this disputed corner between Joffrey and Ryut.
Yeah, CL is going for a crazy Mangudai attack here. Not 100% sure what he was thinking of. And Fire has a lot of paladins doing lots of damage. So CL completely throwing his army here. Not 100% sure why. And now it's going very fast again. Choice. I'm kind of expecting a drop, honestly, pretty soon, but we will see. Pretty good engagement here for CL. Everything blocked and doing mass amount of damage here against the Paladins. Needs to retreat. And that's 2 castles down for Alive. Maybe a 3rd one going down as well. Hoop going for more camels and plumed archers. I believe they perform pretty reasonable. Unless elite Mangudais are coming out. And indeed a drop, as I said. Mastermind nearly. And they're saving.
So strong.
Ryut up to 4 castles pretty soon. And trying to get more on stone. Not really sure how to call it. It feels a bit better for Frantic at the moment.
Yeah,
am I crazy?
Also a bit surprised that they still are that good in the game. Seems like I'm behind you for quite some time because my game's still running.
Okay.
Okay, now I reached a drop. Yeah, even Tim getting Paladin. So yeah, on that side, they might be able to push then with Paladins from Tim and Mangudai from CL.
Well,
they have the way better comp.
Tim only is at 70 villagers, so will be tough for him. But yeah, maybe some sling over to him. There's absolutely an option. Yeah, but still, Spanish trade an option. Okay, 4.5 minutes to go. Let's see what Nilly does at Escape AOE. No downtime here.
cleave it. But that's not going to happen. That's not going to work, as Vinchester will have the fire ship upgrade done, and he'll be able to wreak havoc on this this water area here, and also stop more landings coming across potentially. You can see Niltford loading up another transport on the right side, or in the center of his island. And Vinchester's quite close with the
So it's
fire,
my home map,
chasing up to the
Team Islands. I picked Italians and Winchester picked Japanese.
Yeah, defensive Mangonel is out for Vinch. There are crossbows on 2 different sides of his island now, and soon to be a third once that landing comes in. Vinchester taking over the water pretty easily with a couple of fire ships here. Nilly's still got more ships, and War Galley upgrade is almost done for Nilly, so he's still going to be able to fight here. These couple of ships in the top part of the map are on really low HP, but in the long run, Nilly's not going to be sunk by 5 total ships from his opponent. But it is really a nice bit of damage coming in from Vinchester on that side.
That's true.
Well, it's enough to suicide his own ships and take down basically, well, all but 2.
So what happened? He
of
landed you?
those fish from Nilly. He had 12
He
before,
instantly
now
landed, yeah.
2. And he's also forced Niltford to make more fires as well, maybe even overcompensate in that case. But look at the eco of Vinch right now. Those crossbows from Niltford are doing way too much damage. The Mangonel's out of position.
Well, the
Where's he
purple player
going?
here is pretty
he's
strong,
coming out
guys.
to the south to deal with another group of crossbows. And I think that's a game-winning move from Niltford right there, to be honest with you. I think he's hit Vinchester's eco hard enough at this point, disrupted it enough that he can probably close it out fairly soon. Just from the standpoint of Vinch probably feeling like, well, I'm going to really struggle to come back into this without any villagers at this point. And also the fact that obviously Niltford's eco is going to give him more resources to play with as well. More villagers going down here as he builds a TC, and he will get the TC up, but at what cost, Killer B? At what cost?
For the humanity, for the love of God, we're going to see 2 more villagers go down there. Crossbows might get countered by this Mangonel eventually, but Nilly absolutely is, he's doing the old Kansas City shuffle. He's keeping his opponent busy on 2 fronts. We've actually got some wolves in the mix as well. Could see a villager go down to a wolf here in not too long.
We will.
So Vinch here is dealing with the guy.
Who's who? Purple's Winchester, red is Nilford. That's me.
Dealing with now a dead villager from that.
Back delay 350 in the other game.
Yeah, and he could have been dealing with 2 more dead villagers as well if Niltford had actually attacked with his crossbows there. But yeah, I mean, right now, Niltford still has the water control. He's still sending more groups of crossbows around. And what is Vinchester doing at this stage now to hurt Niltford's economy? Well, at the moment, he's got a small group of archers, a small group of skirmishers, but he's doing nothing with it. The aggression on Niltford's side of the map has basically come to an end. And Niltford is sitting on a ridiculous 2k wood. I don't know what that's about.
What else?
Feed some farms up here and maybe get his villager production going. But at the moment, you know, he's 10 villagers ahead. He's still fishing. He's got water control. This game looked really good for Nilly at this point, and I wouldn't be surprised if he can close this out just by landing more units across.
Yeah, pretty masterful game from Nilly, embracing the chaos that Vinchester was
Masterful game by Nilly. Are you hearing that, guys?
Switch the fight from land to water, and Nilly just wouldn't let him totally dictate the dance. Nilly's been on the offensive and aggressive all game. He will now have a couple Mangonels pushing down Vinchester's tower in the north. I think Nilly floating a little wood.
Force game continuing any second, guys.
I don't know if it's just a tactical decision or not, but his wood lines have been challenged all game, so I guess he's maybe just stockpiling a little bit for the winter. Or maybe he's thinking back to that that Doubt versus Tado Tide game. He's worried about saving some wood.
Well, I tell you what I think Niltford should do. You see this TC at the south of Vinchester's Island. It's super exposed from the water, and obviously he's only got fire galleys right now, or fire ships right now. But if he brings some war galleys over, he can kill this TC and probably deny.
I had a
wood from
bugged
Vinch
map.
as well. So I feel like that would be a pretty good move from Niltford at this point. And maybe
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Back, you see where there's a stone mine.
Brazil versus China's not over now.
Hit that as well. So I think that would be a really good move from Nilly to secure the or continue to harass Vinchester's eco without worrying about losing his army to mass Mangonels.
Absolutely, yeah. 6 villager advantage right now for Nilly, and like you said, Vinch is kind of a little bit of a sieve at the moment. He's got a lot of holes.
This game was
he has
so
to
sieve, yeah.
plug up. War Galley is in for Nilly. He's got a couple of those.
He was out-microing me so hard there.
To fight against this Mangonel. Looks like Vinch will bring over a villager to repair. So Nilly might want to get out of dodge out of that particular fight. But it is War Galley all the way now for the red player Nilly off of 3 docks on the front. It seems to be taking over a lot of map control. He's even harassing Winchester's landing on the other side. He's built a TC to cap it off.
Okay, guys.
In the south, he's
Game
got
is
quite a
going
few
on
ships
again.
knocking down the docks in that whole area, and it's starting to look like Winchester's.
And we are jumping into the restore here. We are in game number 4, and we see CL trying to get a lot of damage done. I believe we skipped quite a bit of the game.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's because of the restore. So now we are back to 430, spec delay. We see Whoop looking strong. Ryut. Oh no, we didn't skip too much. And CL trying to get more and more rage done and is being aggressive here at the front. Look at that Whoop. CL looking at a strong 6 castles. His production is insane here. Ryut losing 1 castle, 4, very sure, and the others in danger as well. Plumed archers, I believe skirmish is not really the best option here, but CL is cleared up at this point, or is he? If he focuses down this one, and CL's trying to find another angle again here. Very aggressive game by CL, and I like it.
Yeah, the Mangudai had really sweet there at the back. At the gold and the trade line.
Camels now, big engagement here at the left hand side. I believe Whoop does not have enough camels, but Plumed Archers and the castle from the hill helping out. The fight over here is going very well, but at the left hand side isn't too great. Skirmishers at the front dying, that's no problem at all. 2 traps already down, or 1 trap, 1 saved at 3 HP. And it is another pause. Just always when I'm trying to get a bit excited here. Overall trade amount 7 to 29. So Brazilian so much earlier, but denied for quite a nice time here again. And Fire not really having his paladins over. And so CL, why is he going in again? He's still standing in the train. I'm not sure why he would be pushing. Ooh, not getting onto his camel counts that I want to see off of him. What is he doing? Look, popped 127 villagers, only 19 military out. And now Ryut is still looking strong, still has 3 castles.
But he's finally also getting all the upgrades for his Mangudai.
And CL finding another beautiful spot here again, and that's so ugly. Paladins cannot engage that. Alive finally coming with some Plumed Archers to clear that up. Oh, that's so good. Will there be a 5th map? No. It's only exactly 4 games played. Plumed Archers now doing quite a good damage here. Killing the Mangonel, 1 trap out, 2 traps still out. And Whoop going for Bomber Towers. They're trying to set up the trade. Tim, beautiful mark placement. Exactly what you expect out of a 2.3k player. Gate not finished. And CL just being so efficient here against the trade. Maybe they thought, okay, we started our trade late. CL go and raid that. And again, he is here and doing the damage in the middle. It's so crazy. Tim on the way to Paladins. KG alive, not having the greatest army composition here. Skirms and Elite Plumed Archers. At the same time, still the push. Camels coming out, but it's a Chinese pocket. Sometimes really tough to play that correctly, especially it seems like he's out of gold, going for light cap only. Probably read the Chris book more than once.
In the long run, they will really have problems against Paladin and Mangudai combination here. On the Ryut against Joffrey's side. Same goes for Alive.
Yeah.
I liked those initial ratings from CL into the trade, but I think he now should start to push with Tim together.
Yeah, maybe just wanted to buy some time. Didn't know that he didn't have any siege there at the front to take any major pushes. But Tim now taking the gold spot at the front is preparing the siege workshops, and maybe they can push against Alive and put him into not such an alive status. Now fighting in range of all those castles here. 1 bomber tower out as well. Where is Whoop on the map? Dude, 15 pop only. 15 military, I mean. That's way too low. I'm so surprised why he's not getting the resources on the map. Score is neck in neck at this point. Small pause from before. Let's give an update on those trade card count. 29 to 46. Still a bit better.
Oh, it's quite
for
weird
our
because
Brazilians.
Wolf is having, he has 1k gold, so it's not like he's lacking gold or something. Actually lacking food. I'm more
And if you lack
surprising that
food,
he's doing light cap instead of camels.
indeed, and it's looking so tough for them on this side. CL maybe should even consider coming over or maybe build them some monitors. Still no push over here. Tim is now getting in all his army. We see Joffrey only at pop 120. Fire and Alive completely maxed out. Rio at pop 160 and looking with a nice amount of elite Mangalites. It feels like they can push in this direction quite nicely. CL trying to
those
take the
rams are
engagement.
so strong now for Riot.
Yeah, it looks such a bad army. Skirmishers and light cav only to defend here. Joffrey already losing 3 castles, trying to get another one up, and losing so many pop space as well with all his. Look at that, 424 out of 180. Well, it's enough because he's not really getting any army out, but whoop. Yeah, now he's getting the resources on the map, mainly because he doesn't have many resources.
Yeah, well, he finally has a decent amount of camels. Well, they might be able to stop it, at least for now, the push.
Oh man, and CL not having the greatest resources either. He had at one point 60 mango dice out, but didn't use them to the greatest efficiency. Let's take a look here. Camels facing the mango dice and paladins facing the skirmishers. Pretty good scenario for our Brazilian star team here. Brasilia A. After being criticized to form 2 teams.
Look at the right side, look at the amount of paladins that Fire has. Plus, Alive is at 80 army. So I think they're fine on this side now.
Think so as well. And left hand side is a better push for them as well. This looks like let's see Brazil take it here. CL having a very bad KD ratio for Mongol player. Agreed. But just remember how many villagers he lost. He lost like 15 villagers already in Castle Age. But yeah, after that, it's not the most impressive thing. Can agree on that. And yeah, we kind of expected it to be a very shaky, long, horrible series. And it did not disappoint.
Yep, some smart caster even predicted a 2-2.
Yeah, he did. Who gets the first place when it's 2-2? Brazil A. Okay, now trying to push in here with the last paladins and Mangalites. This could be the final push. Let's take a look. Some bomber towers still out. So many traps out as well, though. Goku is sending in light cap. His trade isn't running as smoothly as he would love to see it either. So at 20 trade cards here at the moment. Let's take a look. Tim and CL are going over. Are they maybe getting a big attack somewhere over here? And try to get into the trade. Maybe that's a comeback scenario for them, but it seems like they want to continue pushing over here, and paladins out from Fire and in nice numbers as well. Mangalites just pushing, and Joffrey trying to get another castle up. Just looking so ugly for them. Wook not really getting onto any real army amount out of the pocket position, having such a bad KD. Rio just smashing now, and that's the KD that we want to see. Indeed, big fight here on the right hand side. Avoided for now. But Fire and Alive was so well set up, especially because Tim only with some light caps out. Rio pushing in again, and those rams look like they have drill. And Mango Dice are going into the trade. We might see the GG come in pretty soon. I don't see how they can stop this. A lot of access here in the left-hand side. We can see a lot of markets being used, but this has to be the GG moment. Rams are pushing in. All the trade is getting killed. Right-hand side is not getting the damage done as well. Double stonewall, and even if they would get through, there's so much army here of the Brazilians. This has to be the GG. No chance of drop control. Group cannot really get the army over. They're still in this game. I'm not really sure why they are keeping, Riot even taking the top score here now with 400 to 150 kills. What an incredible stuff. NCL is saying a GG, and indeed they are typing this out. What an interesting series overall. It was horrible downtimes. 4 minutes 30 spec delay really destroyed a lot of the enjoyment here, but after all,
yeah, it's still great games.
Yeah,
great games.
I think we need to come up with a better idea than 4 minutes 30 spec delay. Maybe do it no spec delay and force the streamer to have a 4 minute spec delay. Then I cannot interact with the chat, but the quality is just so much better of the broadcast.
Yeah. You still then need to trust all the streamers, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, and you could, as a Chinese guy, stream as well. Yeah, that doesn't work either.